Perry Garza. Our colors tonight will be presented by those groups.
We good? Okay, all right. And good evening, Hornet fans across the land. You've got Byron Perry high above S.E. Williams Stadium here at the home of the Booker T. Washington Hornets. Welcome back to the Hive. It's homecoming, Hornets fans, and tonight we've got the 2 and 3 Booker T. Washington Hornets taking on the Tahlequah football team, Tahlequah Tigers, I do believe. Tahlequah is in the building. We've got about 4 minutes to kick off. We have completed the national anthem, and coming up, we're going to have the coin toss. Going to be a nice, beautiful night for football. We're going to have a full moon. Currently, it's 69 degrees in Tulsa, and we've got wind that is moving to the south. Your Hornets enter the contest tonight with a record of 2-3. Of course, we're all quite surprised for the Hornets to be on the short side of the record this late into the season. Last week, the Hornets came across a buzzsaw in the Stillwater Pioneers here at home, taking a loss to the Pioneers. The Hornets are looking to rebound tonight, but most importantly, it's homecoming. And let me tell you, Hornet fans, it's been a wonderful turnout at the common area and the historical building. The barbecue smoke is in the air. Classes are reminiscing. Classes are having their reunion, and they're all here tonight to watch your Hornet football team, the Hornets of 2022-2023. Got a lot of information for you tonight. We're actually going to be able to see the introduction of Mr. and Mrs. Hornet for this year. Wonderful king and queen representing our school. It's going to be a fun night. For all you Hornet fans out there, if you remember homecoming, if you remember your senior homecoming, how about your freshman homecoming? Let's reminisce all together as we all attend the game tonight here at S.E. Williams Stadium. Joining me on the broadcast, as usual, is Mr. Leon Skillins this season. Mr. Skillins is heading into the building. He's been commiserating with all of his classmates. As a matter of fact, I think he still needs to get a napkin to wipe off that rib that he had in the common area. But Leon is going to join me, and we're going to talk a little Hornet football. Currently, we have about 2.5 minutes before kickoff. The Hornets are coming into the ceremonial helmet tent on the field. Tonight, we're looking for the Hornets to get back to 500 on the season, and they're going to need to get some offense. Lathan Boone, Micah Tees, or Kuron Ross are going to have to come through and do a little bit more because this offense needs to get clicking. That's the biggest hindrance that we've had this season, Hornet fans. And we're looking for tonight that hopefully we will see the offense jump off and click. So sitting down with me right this minute, man, you got a stocking cap on. So you've been out there and bought a stocking cap. Your mouth is greasy, looking like you had a pork rib. There's a pork rib grease or beef rib grease, Skill?
I gotta really be honest with you, BP. I didn't get a pork rib or a hot link or nothing, man. I stayed true to it, man. I'm on this gum and on these mints, man. I done had plenty hot links and plenty ribs, so I did not. But I did get one of these Hornet hats, baby. It's good to be back in the seat.
I guess we can both say that we have visited with Mr. Marco Holmes, class of 1989.
Yes, sir.
You can say
Marco
that.
out there getting it in. That's one thing about them Hornets, boy. When it's an opportunity at the high, it goes down.
Well, I can go ahead and let you know I have a stocking cap myself. My daughter's already spine duty from me. But yes, I've seen Mr. Holmes myself, along with many other alumni.
Yes, sir.
It is so good, Hornet fans, to be back. I know we have missed doing the games for y'all, but we are here tonight for homecoming. Leon, I was talking to the fans, before you got up in here. We're 2-3 on the season. We didn't think that we would be 2-3 this late into the season, but this is what we are. As a matter of fact, the Tahlequah football Tigers are also 2-3 on the season, coming in with the same record. Let's just go ahead and just get right into it. We're 2-3. What, Leon, do you feel like have been the things that have held this team back from having, first of all, a winning record?
Man, I mean, the defense has been stellar all year. But, one thing we do know, if you're relying on your defense to be your offense, then you're going to be in for a heck of a ride. So the offense just hadn't found the identity, like we said in week 2, whatever game there was. It's been so long. But all we got to do is settle down and run the football. Remember, football is a game of inches, and if you can move the chains, then you can set it up for other opportunities. But we haven't established a running game, Byron, and we're going into week 5, and we still don't know what we got and what we're going to do. That's a problem.
And see, that's where I really wanted to come from. As we have sat here and watched games, and even the games that we didn't broadcast, I watched the Hornets play, and you bring up a very good point, Skill. The fact that I don't believe that we have established an identity. And every team needs to have an identity. Every team I've ever played on, every team I've ever been around, you can talk to coaches, players, anybody. They know what the identity is. Now, everybody may not like the identity, but you are what you are. This team, to be perfectly honest with you, what has confused me the most, I don't know what they are.
Right, and then in that aspect, so when you don't know what you are and you trying stuff, remember, the kids don't know. So if you can do a few things well, then stick to that. Running the football is a safe place to start. And if we can get the ball going, it sets up opportunities for these athletes that we got to make plays in space and to create opportunities to do what we call Hornet ball at the Hive.
Well, it's homecoming, Leon. I said to the Hornet fans that's watching the broadcast, do you remember all 3 of your varsity homecomings, or do you just remember that senior homecoming?
I remember, man. I'm so excited to be back. You know how it go homecoming, man.
Yes,
this
sir.
thing
Yes,
runs
sir.
deep.
Yes,
the
sir.
pride of the great Southwest.
Yes,
man.
sir.
From
Yes,
the
sir.
from the first building block all the way up until me and you came to the house, man. It's a plethora
Yes, sir.
of legends that we saw today, and we're gonna see throughout this weekend, man. So it's exciting that it's homecoming weekend at the Hive at B.T.W. in Northside, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Man, I can tell you one thing that struck me as I was thinking about this game this week, and I intentionally didn't reach out to you because I wanted this to be fresh. But one thing that stuck out to me is thinking about this week is that, I remember from my freshman year and my sophomore year when I became a member of the varsity team, I remember going into homecoming week, it was a feel that we was going to come out and just boot stomp somebody. You know what I'm saying, Skillins? I mean, it's not that we were mad about something, but we found a reason to have a ferocity going into this game. I mean, it was, we talked a lot of stuff about you don't let people score on you at homecoming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this was the tradition that I lived, that if a team scored on us at homecoming, it's like we lost. It's like that was the worst thing that could happen. And so I passed that feeling, that passion I have to this team, that I hope that the legend and the tradition has seeped into them, and they have the same type of go get them tonight, because they need it. They really do.
And this is a great opportunity to get back on track. I mean, you don't have to right the ship from what happened, but tonight at homecoming at S.E. Williams, we get a chance to do it again. We cannot repeat what happened last week. That's a no-no.
Absolutely.
And if we come out here and take care of business tonight, hey, man, the season is back up in our favor.
Yes, sir.
Again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the Tahlequah football Tigers are led by a first-year starting quarterback that is a junior. He is number 4, Brody Younger. And so it looks as though Tahlequah is going to be receiving the opening kickoff. The fight song is playing. The referees are preparing. We've got number 42, B.J. Thomas, ready to kick off. And it's homecoming, Hornet fans. The pride of the great Southwest, Hornet fans across the land, let's get it in. So we've got a deep kick. Going to be received by Tahlequah at the 9-yard line, running to the far side. He's got a seam, looking to get to the sideline, but taken down. That's number 11, Beckett Robinson. He's a wide receiver and strong safety. And number 11, Leon, from what I hear, is Mr. Do-It-All for Tahlequah. He's a wide receiver. As a matter of fact, he's been their player of the week 2 times this season. So in 5 weeks of the season, number 11, Beckett Robinson, has been the player of the week. So that's somebody we're going to have to watch tonight. He's who their young quarterback wants to get the ball to by any means necessary.
Cool.
So the Tahlequah Tigers are going to start at the 30-yard line. They're going to be matriculating to the south. Quarterback Younger in the pistol formation, puts a man in motion. He's going to be an inside give off the right-hand side, but he's going to be stopped immediately. Number 62, Elias Sherman, is right there along with Amandre Tiger. Get upfield, and they're able to wrap up and take him down after a short gain. And once again, Leon, it's like you said all season, the guys up front, I mean, they've been putting it in, man. They really have.
Hey, man, I was just going to say, Tiger and Selman, them guys, them two guys right there, they wreak havoc up there. And I know the defense are recipients of them brothers right there. And I know the back is just so thankful to have them. But they bringing it up front, man.
They've done it every game this season, Hornet fans. I know the score on the scoreboard may not look like it, but that defensive front has been stellar. I got to give it to them.
Yes, sir.
Here's another inside give off the right-hand side. The running back is able to slip forward for a few more yards. He's going to be able to get to about the 35-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5. And Leon, no matter what you say right here, you know, Booker T's defense already has Tahlequah behind the sticks. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, and that's what you want. You always want to put the offense in the 3rd and long situation like this, especially early at home. That means your defense is holding up. Now we get the ball to the offense. Let's see if we can make something happen.
It's time to pin your ears back. So we're going to see what this junior quarterback, Brody Younger, is going to do. We've got number 11, Robinson, in motion. Quarterback rolling to his right. He's looking, has a man on an out route, completes it, and knocked out of bounds right before the 50-yard line. Pass is complete to Race Stop. The completion from Brody Younger is going to be good enough for a Tahlequah 1st down, and that's just good execution right there, Leon. I mean, you bring a man in motion, you flood the zone. Even though we're playing man, Stop ran a very good route, which is what he did. He stopped, he sat, and he got out to the boundary.
And when you get an opportunity like that, you want to get out the field, but hey, great play by Tahlequah.
So Tahlequah is going to be, they're going to have multiple wide receivers here to the short side of the field. Younger calling out the signs. He's in the pistol formation. Here's an inside give. No, he's going to keep around the right edge, able to get good positive yards. Going to be close, going to pick up about 7 yards. Brody Younger basically bellied the fullback, number 3, to Josh Munoz. He keeps it around right in, running to the short side of the field, and that's one of those technical or strategy type things, Leon. A lot of people think you're going to go to the wide side of the field, but that's when the defense gets lacked. You run to the short side, and you pick up a good amount of yards.
And you know, one thing that's our signature on defense, we play man-to-man, and a lot of offenses capitalize on that. When they see the numbers, they run towards that too. So.
Here's another give. Looks like it's the same play, but instead of the quarterback pulling it, he gives it to Munoz, and Munoz is able to get a couple of yards.
And when you play man-to-man, Byron, you know, those linebackers really have to be getting downhill to make up for those lost men going out in coverage with those receivers. And, you know, a lot of the guys who get film on us know that B.T.W. will play man. Nothing wrong with that, but we got to be executing for those plays that you just saw right there when they get those big chunks on those 3rd and long situations.
So 8 minutes and 50 seconds here in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 3. Once again, the Hornets have the Tigers in 3rd down. Second 3rd down for the Tigers. This time he's rolling to his left. He's going to throw back across his body, but the pass is broken up. On the play is number 11, Seth White, a senior defensive back, comes back, makes a very good play. And what's technical about that, Leon, is that the defensive back ran through the wide receiver, but he got his hands out towards the ball, not on the receiver. No pass interference. That's bringing up 4th down.
Man. And look what's going on. Tahlequah is going to do us like this on homecoming and go for it. Hey, we got to pin our heels right here.
This is a statement, Hornet fans. So Tahlequah just inside the 50-yard line on the Hornet 44 going for it. Man in motion, number 24. That's Eli Gibson. Little check with me action. Quarterback Brody Younger is looking to the sideline, but it's going to be a timeout. So,
all right.
So as Leon was pointing out, it was a statement that they were going to go for it. But after a little bit of thought, it appears that statement was to see exactly what we were going to do, whether or not they caught us sleeping. So as of right now, Tahlequah is on the sideline, huddled up. We think they're going to come back out to punt, but it's still the offense still on the field,
looks
so
like
we're going to see.
Really, looking like the unit is coming out. That's the right thing to do, Coach, is to punt the ball. I mean, it's too early for all of that up here on Virgin Street and Woodrow, whatever you want to call it, Zion. You know, we got this new campus, but, you know, we knew what it was.
Well, number 11, Beckett Robinson, the starting wide receiver, is dropping back. He's also the punter and defensive back for Tahlequah. So I can guarantee they are in punt formation. Now, he still is a threat to run because he's one of the best athletes, but they are in punt formation. Back for the Hornets looks to be Micah Tees. Waiting on the snap. He's rolling to his left. He may run, but no, it's a quick kick. Tees comes up and allows the ball to be kicked, but it's going to roll into the end zone. Quick kick action, Leon, and that is quick kick action that worked, because for all intents and purposes, what you want is to take away a punt return. So when number 11, when Beckett Robinson rolls to his left, as far as he did, it looked as though he was going to run. T starts running up. As soon as he does that, that's when Beckett Robinson kicks it. And for all intents and purposes, you know, it's how the ball bounces. They had an opportunity to down that within the 5-yard line for Booker T.
And he's a weapon, too, so he can run it like you said, too. So they got a dual threat back there as a punter.
So out for the Hornets, first offensive possession. It's number 5, Lathan Boone. Lathan Boone with the give to Kuron Ross, who runs over the right side, gets positive yards.
Man, last week watching Ross run, man, he ran pretty well. So hopefully he can get going early and we can get this running game established. And that should open up some plays for us to get the ball down the field into the end zone.
Kuron Ross gets 3 yards on first down, brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Hornets. Lathan looking check with me. He's got 4 wide receivers on the field currently. Here's another inside. Nope. Lathan Boone going to keep it himself. He slips a tackler at the line of scrimmage and falls forward. Going to be about 2 yards away from getting a first down. And one of the things that we've noticed, Leon, over the last few weeks, even though we've lost some games, is Lathan Boone has been running the ball a lot. He's been running the football a lot.
That's not good. I mean, let's go to the NFL with Josh Allen. You know, when you watch the Buffalo Bills, he's running that ball. So we got to get Lathan into some quarterback situations.
So Lathan Boone's carry was good enough for a first down. First down for the Hornets. He goes ahead and hands off to Kuron Ross over the right side, a short gain. And that's why I brought it up, Leon, is that I'm seeing Lathan run the ball, you know, so much as though he's trying to carry the offense with his feet. You know, when we thought that Lathan was going to be carrying the offense with his arm. And it's one of those things where we cannot afford to get Lathan hurt as we go into the second half of the season.
Yeah.
3 wide receivers to the right side for the Hornets. Now a man in motion. Pistol formation for the Hornets. Boone looking to his left.
There it is.
He's got Micah Tees. He's throwing it deep. Tees has to hold off, but the deep ball, and Tees is going to be able to walk that dog down the sidelines. Touchdown, Hornets. Boone to Tees over the top. Tees has single coverage, no safety over the top. Hey, that's an invitation to destruction. Touchdown, Hornets.
Man, that was a well thought out assignment by Boone to see that one-on-one coverage and not to second guess it and just launch it and let Tees go do what he do. And that's what happens when we strike up the band and we throw up touchdowns.
And the thing about it, Leon, is that Tees automatically, with the speed he has, he's going to get behind the defense. The ball was a little bit behind him, but he made an adjustment to it, slowed himself down, basically caught it in the basket and went ahead and walked into the end zone. But the thing about it is, you know, Lathan Boone throws such a good deep ball, always has. It's just a matter of getting the time to set his feet and throw.
That's a great point you said, because Tees, that's how wide open he was. He sat there and slept for a minute and still caught the ball. Could
have pulled a Curry for a little bit, a little night-night.
But you made a good observation. Boone throws a pretty deep ball, and it's effortless. So if he launches it early and let them guys run up under it, it just like you said, it just looks so much sweeter.
And that's something that we have not seen all this season. Most of the time, every team we played has brought a safety over the top or somebody to shade Tees. They've taken away that go route. They've taken away that 9 route. They haven't allowed Booker T to even think about throwing that particular route because somebody was over the top on Tees. It's good to see Boone and Tees hook up, and this is something that you thought we would have seen 4 weeks ago. But this is the first time all this season that we've seen, you know, Boone go to Tees like that. Even in the McLean game, it's not like, you know, Boone was able to just drop back and throw it in the basket to Tees. Here's the kick for the Hornets. Kickoff for the Hornets. Once again, number 11 has it. Running to his left. He tries to slip a Hornet tackler, but he's going to be taken down at about the 19-yard line. Tahlequah is going to have their second offensive series starting here. Number 24, Dalen Overstreet, was on the tackle for the Hornets. So the Tigers are going to come back out. And, Leon, this is a situation right here for the Booker T defense to come out and once again be solid. Go ahead and shut things down once again.
Man, get these guys off the field to get the offense back on so we can get that rhythm that we're talking about. This is a great place to be and a great place to get it going and get going back in the right direction.
Motion man, quarterback is going to keep it, but it's not fooling anybody and taken down for a loss by number, is that number 1? That's Demetrius Prudhomme on the right-hand side for the Hornets, taking the quarterback down, who basically was going to once again try to run to the short side of the field, thinking that everybody is seeing the motion going to the wide side, but he was going to try to get the corner. But Demetrius Prudhomme got a yard upfield, stayed at home, and just made a good tackle.
I mean, you said it. You said it well, Byron. He stayed at home, man. He did his job.
Exactly. So once again in the pistol formation, Tahlequah Tigers. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver split out wide. Now they are shutting down their splits. That's always a sign that they might want to try to run the arrow routes. But looks like we're going to have a timeout. That's going to be the second timeout taken for the Tahlequah Tigers tonight. Hornet fans far and wide, we hope that you are enjoying Homecoming 2022. We have a lot of alumni here tonight. Everybody that can come back has gotten into the stadium to be here to enjoy Homecoming. You know, the Homecoming memories, Leon, they never change. You know, the Mr. and Miss Hornet assembly. You know, I was talking to my wife and my daughter about the snake dance. You know, the band used to come around the school and get everybody out, headed to the pep rally. I mean, these are just traditions that I didn't experience as a student, but these are traditions I remember, you know, friends of mine who had parents that went to Booker T talking about when they did that stuff. I mean, I'm talking about like the class of '66, you know, talking about things that they did. Miss Hornet 1966, Phyllis Fellows. You know, talking to us as young Hornets about the traditions that this school offered. It's unbelievable, the history and how we pass it on. While we up here reminiscing.
Them Hornets is swarming to the football. Like I said, that front with Tiger and 62, boy, them boys is bringing in. 7 came up with that.
Well, the Tahlequah Tigers are now going in reverse thanks to the defensive front. Mr. Oates up front by the Hornets. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 24 for Tahlequah. Things are looking good for the Hornets tonight, Leon. Let me tell you, this is the intensity we've been waiting to see. 3rd down and 24. Brody Younger with feet in the end zone is going to basically just hand it off up the middle. Just try to get enough room to set up a punt. He's going to be taken down quickly. He's going to get a few yards, but maybe get to about the 9-yard line. So that's basically the second offensive possession that was basically in full reverse for the Tahlequah Tigers.
Man, you said it, man, so eloquently. They're just setting it up to get it out of this end zone and get it back deep as they can, because they like right now, we ain't got an answer for what that Hornet front is doing to us.
That's the thing, no answer.
Yes, sir.
Once again, Micah Tees is back for the Hornets. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Hornets are up 6-0. Here's a legitimate punt. Tees is going to receive it and run backwards. Now he's trying to get to the wide side, trying to get a block. He gets one, trying to get down the sideline, but he's going to be taken out. Looks like there's going to be a flag dropped. Tees was basically asking for a block by number 7, Jaden Oates, and he gets it on a Tahlequah player, but there is a pink flag down. We are celebrating the survivors of breast cancer, so the referees tonight have pink flags instead of the normal yellow.
Man, it's always good to observe Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know my mom was impacted by it. Our family was impacted by it big, so, I mean, it always brings back those memories of mom. So, you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and much props to all of those survivors out there who had to endure it and who's out there surviving.
Got to say, I appreciate the referee, this referee that all have pink flags tonight. So with the flag for a clip from the spot of the foul, the Hornets are going to be pushed back deeper into their territory, nullifying the return by Mr. Tees. Lathan Boone in the pistol formation. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 up top and 1 in the flex position. Boone is going to angle out the running back. Now you got 3 wide receivers, but he's going to bring him back in motion. That's number 38. That's a freshman, Leon.
I heard about him.
Boone rolling to his left, looking, doesn't have anything. Tried to have a screen pass. Now Boone is going to run back to his right, trying to get the corner, looking for some blocks. Got plenty of people out in front of him if they would just block somebody. Boone scrambling for his life and looks like he's going to end up picking up about 5 or 6 yards. Number 38 in the game now for the Hornets at the running back is actually Micah Washington, I believe is his name. We don't have him here on the actual roster that we have. But we got a true freshman in at running back for the Hornets.
Man, in a situation like that, Boone, instead of exerting all the energy, just throw it away and come back for a second down, you know, because.
So it brings up 2nd and 5 from the 38-yard line. This time Boone gives it off on the inside crossbuck. The freshman gets an alley, tries to keep his feet. Nice burst by the freshman over the right-hand side. Picks up a Hornet first down.
I hadn't heard you say a Hornet first down, and I don't know when.
Man, that was nice burst over the right-hand side by Makai.
Yeah.
So we've got an official's timeout. Thanks, Train.
Michael Washington. Nice run on the play.
So we've checked it, Hornet fans. Number 38 is Michael Washington. He is a freshman.
Come in to give us a little spark. Hey, whatever it takes, Hornet fans, we down for it. But that boy got out of there like a scald dog. That's what I call it. That's how hard he hit that.
So, Hornet fans, we didn't do the broadcast in McLean. We apologize for that, technical difficulties. That was Washington's first varsity experience against McLean. He also played last week against Stillwater late. And he provided a spark then. He had some good runs in. So right now, Karan Ross is out. Number 30, Mr. Aiden Walker is not running the pigskin. We've got Michael Washington, number 38, and he gets to give once again into the middle of the line of scrimmage, hurdles over a defender that was on his back, and he's going to get positive yards on first down. Looks like he's got probably about 4 yards.
Hornet fans, I know it's early. Like Byron Perry said, this boy is a freshman. But if you're looking at him right now, he's running like he's been out there before. He's really pressing that hole and getting downhill, so that's a good thing. So we're gonna see what happens as the night go on with this young man.
I want to denote something to you, Leon, from the offensive line standpoint after this play. So second down and 6 for the Hornets. Washington gets the carry, gets outside, but sees a gap. He's going to get positive yardage once again, going to be close to a first down. So, Leon, let me ask you a question. We talk a lot about our offensive line. They're not the biggest. They're not those road graders. They're not those furniture movers. When you have a running back that hits the hole quick, isn't that better for a line like that that's not just going to be just blowing the hole out?
Remember when we talked when we were in Arkansas, just give him a butt read. That's all you need when you got a back like that. If he see that butt, then he's going to cut off of that and make something happen. I know it sounds corny, but that's just a little simple
But that's
term.
football. That's just what football is sometimes. Once again, this time
Ooh.
Boone pulls it.
Nice throw. He's supposed to catch that.
Pass is incomplete to Grayson Chalk. He got a hand on it. But what was beautiful about that was the read by Lathan Boone. He really bellied the running back Washington, pulled it at the last minute, and then still threw a pass that was on target. I mean, it was right on target to number 4 Chalk. So pass was incomplete, bringing up 4th down and 2. But we're going to see what the Hornets are going to do. Here's, once again, a give off the left-hand side.
Ross
is back in the game. He's getting tough yards, and he's got good enough for a Hornet first down.
That's it. That's all we need to do is move the chains. Look at we hadn't moved the chains all year. This is the most time I've seen the side crew or the chain crew move all year long up here.
Already in the game, the Hornets have 3 first downs by my tally, Leon, and I'm going to keep that information
I see you.
So 1st down and 10 from the Tahlequah Tiger 32-yard line. Here's a handoff to over the
nice.
right hand side to Karan Ross. He's back to doing exactly what he does. He basically moves the pack. And the difference between Washington and Ross is that Washington is hitting the holes really, really fast. Ross hits the hole differently, but he's still getting good positive yardage. And once again, Ross into the middle of the defense, good enough for a Hornet first down.
And when the nose is bleeding, what you try to do?
Hit it again.
That's it. So this is what happened. Stop the nosebleed. We running the football well right now.
Hornets going with a little tempo. This time it's a quick pass out to the left-hand side to Micah Tees, but a good tackle out there by the Tahlequah Tigers. Number 10 on the tackle, that's Dylan Leap. He is a senior, 6'3", 193-pound, guarding Micah Tees one-on-one, and he made a good tackle out there.
That's what it was, good tackle, because we was running them, like I said, they couldn't stop the nosebleed, but they wasn't tricked by that, so that was a great play by Tahlequah.
No gain on the play, bringing up second down and 10 from the 18-yard line. This time Tees hits the slant.
Nice.
And he's going to be able, he's indefatigable. He's down close to the goal line.
He was down.
I think he's going to be stopped just at the goal line. We're going tempo. Beautiful, quick post route from Boone to Tees.
Hornets lining up quick. Oh, nice.
Hornets line up, and they fake the high snap. It's the direct snap to Ross. Touchdown, Hornets. Hornets are on the board.
Best series of the year by the Booker T. Washington Hornets, Byron.
I think we may have to take note of that. You're right. You're absolutely right,
they put together a drive right there.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? That was what you wanted to
That's what we've been
penalize.
looking for all season long.
Yes, sir.
Is a drive where we go out and execute on any facet of what we were doing.
We had our way, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
We did what we wanted to do. We dictated, we dominated, and then we get rewarded for it by getting it into the end zone. That was a great drive by the Booker T. Washington Hornets.
The snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's going to be good. So with 42.2 seconds left in the first quarter, your Booker T. Washington Hornets take a 13-0 lead over the Tahlequah Tigers, and we're going to continue talking about it. Yes, that was the best offensive drive we have seen from this team this season. And we have to note, Michael Washington ran the ball well. Karan Ross ran the ball well. We got to see Lathan Boone just rocking and firing. Even on the passes that were incomplete, he's still throwing the ball assertively to the wide receivers.
He got a chance to get comfortable because the running game, he checked it down, he looked around, it was just a heck of a drive right there, man. That's all.
And you know, we've talked about the size of the offensive line, and they haven't given Lathan time to throw. But on that particular drive, we used the run to set up the pass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Hornet fans, the band is here. The band is in homecoming full attire. We've got to hear Hornet victory. I do believe, I have heard that there are a number of members of the B.T.W. alumni band that will be performing in the third quarter. If you're not one of them, I feel for you, but Leon and I are going to see them tonight at S.E. Williams Stadium. So number 42 for the Hornets, B.J. Thomas is set to kick off. He puts boot to it. Once again, going to be taking it about the 14-yard line, running back to the left-hand side, trying to get a wall over there. He has an alley, but once again, he's going to be taken down by number 24, Dalen Overstreet. And I think Dalen Overstreet has 3 tackles on kickoff alone. but he's running his lane from the far side of the field, and basically he's waiting for the returner to basically try to come around that corner. And that's what you have to do. If you start running to the ball, you're going to leave a seam, and if you leave that seam, they're going to walk that dog on you. So Overstreet, the young man, is doing his job.
Man.
So Hornet fans, the first quarter is about to expire, but it's been a good first quarter for the Hornets. 2 touchdowns have been put onto the board. Here's a handoff and trying to get over the right-hand side are the Tahlequah Tigers. Probably going to be short to no gain at all.
62. That man again.
That's Elias Sherman. I mean, you got to get that man a name.
Man, he playing ball like a D1 athlete, man. I know he probably got an offer or two because he's been playing like that all year, man.
Yes, sir. Clock is going to run down and maybe expire before this play is started. The quarterback, Younger. And so that's the end of the first quarter. B.T. Washington Hornets take a 13-0 lead over the Tahlequah Tigers, and it's wonderful to see the Hornets, trying to get back on track.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's good to see the high fives and the energy on the sideline. It's homecoming night. It's 13-0 going into the second quarter. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Hornets.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Dinner special. If you're a little hungrier, 2 meats, 1 side, iced tea, and dessert for only $10.99. Beans, coleslaw, potato salad, onions, pickles.
So, Hornet fans, we have a lot of things going on. I'm trying to get all the details.
While you're getting details, I will tell you that the class of 1990 will be at Lefty's tomorrow on Greenwood from like 6 p.m. until close. There's many things going on, but that's one thing that's going on. We'll have DJ Shabazz down there on the 1s and 2s. And if you know who that is, boy, he can rock the joint. So if you ain't doing nothing, Lefty's tomorrow, class of 90 style.
Lefty's tomorrow, what time again?
6 to close.
6 to close. Things should be going good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So we've got the Tahlequah Tigers. Here's a rollout to the right-hand side. Quarterback Younger is able to make a good throw, rolling out, gets the ball complete to number 8. That's once again Race Stop. He catches the ball, gonna get about a 4-yard gain on that play, gonna bring up 3rd down and 6. Once again, Tahlequah is behind the sticks. Hornet defense definitely can pin their ears a little bit. Younger, little check with me. Younger making the adjustments to the blocking scheme. This time he's going to roll to his left. He's looking under a big rush. He runs the out and up, has the out and up route to number 11, Beckett Robinson, but a little miscommunication by the two. Robinson broke in toward the post, and Younger was looking for the pass straight up the sidelines, so the pass was incomplete. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tahlequah Tigers, and that's the thing, Leon. Football is a game of runs. A lot of people talk about basketball being a game of runs, but sometimes, and we've seen a lot of this year against us, when the other team really got stuff going, it seemed like everything stopped for us. And that's what we're seeing here tonight. Things are going for the Hornets.
It is.
So here's another running Australian-style rugby punt. It's going to fall pretty much dead and going to be down by the Tahlequah Tigers at the Hornet 40-yard line. This is going to be the Hornets' 3rd offensive possession of the evening, up 13-0 with 11 minutes and 4 seconds left in the half before halftime. So Lefty's tomorrow night, Leon. There lots of big games going on tomorrow. You got the big, Texas home game at the Texas State Fair. You got
Texas.
The Texas game.
Yeah.
Here's Lathan Boone, motion, but he hands it off in the middle to Karan Ross, who we get a little motion action, which is good to see. That motion action freezes those linebackers, and then you hand the ball. It's the same dive play you've always run, but the motion action means that those linebackers have to stay still for a count. Going to bring up a 2-yard gain by the Hornets, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. 2 wide receivers to the far side for Boone. He's in the pistol formation, gets the snap. Belly's the running back. This is Ross once again, and he's laying over the left side, looking to get outside. It cuts up. He's going to finally be brought down, but a big game by Karan Ross. Going to be good enough for another Hornet 1st down, and that's that burst we've seen from Karan Ross on limited opportunities, Leon. The kid has a burst, and you just got to find the ways to get him to those lanes to get it in gear.
And it looked like that freshman and it sparked him up a little bit too. It made him a little uncomfortable, and that's just making Ross look a lot better back there too as well. So
Karan
Ross.
Ross runs over the right side. He looks to cut back, and as you say that, here comes number 38, Michael Washington. The Hornets are getting close to the red zone, so now we've changed running backs. We're going to give Ross a little bit of a breather. Lathan Boone is going to have 2nd down and 8 from the Tiger 28-yard line. We're going to see if Mr. Washington can get his first touchdown of the season, because I know he's looking to get the pigskin right about now.
Yes, sir. And I'm liking what we're doing right there with the change-up with both of them, man. There's nothing wrong with that. When you look at a running back by committee that's working like that, Hey, man, that's some problems right there. So 38 brings that juice to us.
And that juice can hurt the defense.
Yes, sir.
Here's Boone, gives it to number 38, Washington, who tries to cut back off the left-hand side. He slides down, but he's taken down, hit hard. It's going to bring up third down and about 5. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half.
And what's impressive so far about the freshman is his vision and his footwork, man. I mean, are you watching him when he see it? He takes it.
Yes,
And
yes.
normally, you don't see that from a freshman, but that's a good instinct.
He's not tipping. He is not tipping. His footsteps are going north and south. They're not going east and west. Boone is going to look to his right, doesn't have anything. Now he's going to gun it, and the ball basically gets right off the hands of number 4, Grayson Chalk, who short-armed it. It almost had the opportunity to be intercepted by number 5, Braden Northington, but on that pass, Lathan Boone threw it on a rope, and Braden Northington was a little bit surprised that he was able to get his hands on it. So luckily, he's not able to catch it. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Hornets. Coach Jonathan Brown has a decision to make. Are we going to kick the field goal or are we going to go for it? But it is homecoming.
And, with our special teams, you might want to just go for it, right? I mean, if you don't, if things don't work out, it's almost like you punted the ball anyway. So I would go for it right here.
Our special teams have been special this year, and not in a good way. So Lathan Boone is going to have Michael Washington in the backfield. Number 1, Demetrius Prudhomme in the flex spot. Number 4, Grayson Chalk wide here to the near side. And Demetrius Prudhomme is going to be split out wide to the left. Right now, Micah Tease is not in the game. Boone has it. He looks to his right. He guns it. He's got a pass complete to number 4, good enough for a first down. So
nice
Grayson Chalk makes a good hands catch. All you need to do on that is get the 4 yards for the first 4 or 5 yards for the first down, and to do that, good enough for a Hornet first down in the red zone. The Hornets are on the move with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left in the half.
Man, you made a good point earlier, man. It's just so refreshing to see these drives put together by the Hornets offense.
So Lathan Boone is going to give to Karan Ross, who's slipping over the left-hand side, but basically the surge by the Tigers defense is right there. They wrestle him down. Looks like it's going to be a gain of minimal yardage. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Looks as though the Tahlequah Tigers are settling in a little bit on defense. They're making it a little bit different, a little bit more difficult for the Hornets to move the football. Boone claps his hands. He's going to give it. This time, Ross over the right-hand side. Great cutback into the interior of the defense, and he's down close to the goal line. He's working hard to try to get in, but he's finally corralled down by a host of Tigers and taken down. He's going to be inside or right at the 2-yard line. Hornets going tempo. Boone with Ross to his right. Once again, direct snap to Karan Ross, and once again, he's in. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Hornets.
Man, that was another good drive by the Hornets. Man, when we're doing those things that football denotes, running the football and then play action, this is what happens. You get good results, man. So, Hornet fans, man, we got something to be excited about.
We've waited to see this all season. And even in the teams that we have played, we didn't expect that we weren't going to have the type of production that we didn't expect to not have the lack of production. And for the most part, the lack of production has been on us, not on what the other teams did to us.
Great point.
The snap is back, the hold is down, and once again it is up and it's good. With 7 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter, your Booker T. Washington Hornets take a 20-0 lead over the Tahlequah Tigers. And just continuing what I was talking about, Leon, the first game of the year we played a higher classification team over in Arkansas. And even in that game, it was the lack of execution by us, not the other team, dictating that we couldn't do things. You go back to last week against Stillwater. We had a nightmarish second quarter, just defensive bust and the offense just not being in gear, just not executing. We're not when you don't put points on the board and other teams are scoring, it gets away from you fast.
Man, you made a great point. And it's so good to not repeat what happened last week. You know what I mean? This is a great redemption game for the Hornets right now.
And here's the kickoff once again, a low line drive kick taken at the 5-yard line by the Tigers. Number 8 trying to get to the right-hand side. He hurdles over a Hornet tackler, gets a few more extra yards, going to be down at about the 26-yard line. This is going to be Tahlequah's best start on the night, but still deep in their territory. 7 minutes, 23 seconds left. And what I was saying, Leon, is it's one of those things where, you know, we're in district play now. So we're seeing, you know, what is going to be the meat of the schedule that's going to dictate where we are to prepare for the playoffs. Obviously, we know where Stillwater is right now. Tahlequah has lost to Sapulpa and Sand Springs. You know, things are starting to shape up as far as where things are going to be getting prepared to make a run for a state championship. So it's a game like this that you got to go out and show Tahlequah that we're as good as those teams that they've already lost to.
And you want to finish the district in the top 2 because that guarantees you a home game at least. You know what I mean? If not, you got to go on the road, like you said. So it's important that we take care of business in the district going forward because of those type of reasons that you just talked about.
Empty backfield for the Tigers. Now number 3 comes into motion. Here's a pass over the middle. It was behind the wide receiver who wasn't looking. Number 3, Micah Tees, number 20 for the Hornets, had his hands on it. Keegan Farley, another freshman actually, Leon. Farley had the opportunity to pick that off and still be running, but he drops it. We're gonna bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Tahlequah Tigers. Younger trying to draw us off sides, and now he's going to go to the check with me. Unsuccessful in getting any Hornets to jump. Gets the snap, inside give, who's able to break in and then cut to the outside. Here's a battering ram of number 3, Munoz. Gets positive yards, best run of the night for the Tahlequah Tigers. He's finally going to be brought down. Looks like we've got a Hornet that's a little bit dazed on the play, so he's going to be down. Slow to get up is number 1, Demetrius Prudhomme, but he looks like he's shaking him out.
Man, that was good, tough running by Tahlequah's running back, pad level down, feet churning, and man, being physical up in there.
And that's number 3, Munoz, Leon. What I was told is that number 40, Darren Spar, is really the physical Mike Allstott type guy that they have. So we're going to probably see him before the night's over with. But that's the guy that they've said has been the guy that, basically is going to grind out the yards. And, that's a situation where if they could have taken a lead or kind of been in the game, you want to run a big back like that. But right now, being down 3 scores, time is not of the essence. And we know how that goes when you get down like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2 wide receivers to the far side for Younger. Once again, check with me. He's got number 13. That's Cale Matlock to the far side. Here to the near side, the short side of the field that they have had a propensity to come to on these situations. Hornets look like they're ready. Here's another inside give to number 3, Munoz. And after being stopped at the line of scrimmage, he's able to put his head down and get forward positive yards, and he gets a 1st down. That's the 2nd 1st down for Tahlequah tonight, Leon. Here we are halfway gone in the 2nd quarter. So clock running at the 6-minute, 11-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Tahlequah Tigers have picked up their 2nd 1st down. They've got 1st down and 10 at their 39-yard line. Here's another inside give to Munoz, but Hornets get a lot of penetration. Several bodies are around him and finally take him down. I see number 62, Elias Sherman. I see number 60, Darian Melendez. They're in on the tackle for the Hornets. So a gain of 2 yards. Swarmed by a host of Hornets and taken down for a gain of 2 yards was number 3, Josh Munoz. Quarterback Younger once again in the pistol. He's got the check with me. There's number 40 in the game, Mr. Skillins. That's Darren Spar, the running back, with the neck brace. Here's an inside give. No, the quarterback is going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. He doesn't fool too many people. He has to cut it up. He gets positive yardage. Going to be 3rd down and about 5 yards approximately.
Man, that Hornet defense is pretty stingy tonight, man. There ain't much that's happening for Tahlequah right now because that front, they playing like men up there.
For the Tigers, at their own 42-yard line, 4 minutes, 53 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Hornets 20, Tigers nothing.
So we've got a 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. Younger looking, he looks to pass, but he's going to be taken down immediately by number 11 for the Hornets. That's Seth White on the tackle, and I mean he had an unimpeded run to the quarterback. He was looking to
from the corner spot.
He was looking to put a toe tag on him, is what he was looking, but he was able to get him down. Bring for the loss of yards, brings up 4th and 11. The Tigers going to have to punt.
Number 11.
So number 11 back. That's Beckett Robinson for the Tahlequah Tigers. Micah Tees is back for the Hornets. He's running to his left, gets the kickoff, an end-over-end punt, but not a deep one. Going to only get about 20 yards on the punt. The ball's going to go out of bounds here at the Hornets sideline. Looks like the Hornets are going to scrimmage from their 45-yard line approximately. Going to be 1st down for the Hornets. And more than anything, we need to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep running the football. Don't stop. It sets up everything. Then we get to see what we really got now, you know?
So once again, the freshman, Micah Washington in the backfield with Lathan Boone. And here's the handoff. Washington has it. Look to be able to split the defense and get into the secondary, but ankle tackled, but after a pretty good run up the middle, got about 3 yards.
He got that it factor, don't he? Look at
It's something to it. I mean, he's a little guy. I mean, he's a freshman. He was playing at Thoreau Middle School last year, but now he's suited and booted in the orange and black on homecoming, and he's running that rock.
Yes, sir.
Here's Lathan Boone throwing the quick slant to number 1, Demetrius Prudhomme. And what I like seeing, Leon, is the fact that the receiver trees are getting expanded for the Hornets. We've seen the slants tonight. They've been successful with that pitch and catch from Boone to Prudhomme. We've got good enough yards for another 1st down for the Hornets, and the Hornets are on the move.
Yes, sir.
That's 7 first downs on the evening for the Hornets. Here's another inside give to Washington, who gets off the left side. He spins. Once again, he's running for positive yardage, like you say. Good vision. He's hitting the hole with his feet quickly, but he's shifty enough and he's got good vision that he's basically cutting left, cutting right, and he's getting another 1 or 2 yards after contact.
Great point. He's making all the right cuts. He's not wasting any time or instincts or whatever. He's going strictly on his gut, and it's working for him. So the young man is impressive.
Give it to me and let me go. Hornets on the move. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in the half. Lathan Boone with 11 seconds left on the play clock. Your Hornets 24, Tahlequah Tigers 0. Hornets at the Tigers 36-yard line. And before the play clock expires, Coach Jonathan Brown calls timeout. And it's one of the things, Leon, that we talk about from the standpoint of football. You know, you want a running back that's going to get north and south. You can't teach that. We've all played with fast guys. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of guys that have great foot speed. But when you put those pads on and people are trying to hit you, it's a total different ball game. We talked about as an offensive lineman the fact that when you've got a guy that's just going to get up in there, it makes a huge amount of difference because now your job is just get off the ball.
That's it. And it goes back to the Dallas Cowboys with Emmitt Smith. He wasn't the fastest running back. He wasn't the juiciest running back, but he had a great offensive line that made things easy for him, and he became to be the NFL all-time leading rusher. And the same thing applies here. When the O-line is dictating, dominating, and you got running backs that can change up like that, good things are going to happen.
And, the Hornets have had a good runner this year in number 6, Karan Ross. He just hasn't had the opportunities to kick it in that next gear. A 2nd and 7 for Lathan Boone. After the timeout by the Hornets. Boone changing the protections.
I think we kind of jumped a little early. Looked like when the line, how it goes, It happens.
Always tough when you call a timeout and you get a penalty right after the timeout. It just rubs me the wrong way, you know. So with the pushback of 5 yards, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Hornets. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the half. So Lathan Boone with 2 wide receivers to the far side. 1 wide receiver, number 1, Demetrius Prodom here to the near side. Once again, Boone bellies the running back, almost fumbles it, but he's able to get outside, pushed out of bounds. Looks like he's going to have enough
on the floor
yards for a 1st down, but we've got some and we do find out the flags are going to be against the Hornets. It's going to be holding, which now all of a sudden the Hornets are going in reverse.
And that's another good point. You know, you get a good, comfortable lead like that, you still want your offense to stay humming and stay in form and clicking on all cylinders, because you don't want any setbacks like this, because that doesn't help you at now.
So it's now going to be 2nd down and 22 from the 49-yard line of the Tigers. We haven't moved back into Hornet territory yet. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Boone has it, looks in the middle of the field. Now he's going to throw into the middle of the field. Pass was complete for a moment, but it's going to fall incomplete. Good pop. Demetrius Prodom was not able to bring it in and make a football move. Guys teed off on him. I think Coach Jonathan Brown was looking for a targeting call there. He's not going to get it. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 22. You got to have a 3rd down and 22 play. You got to have a 3rd down and 22 play. Well, really, it's the 3rd and 25 play is the play you call.
Man.
So once again, it's going to be a 3-by-1 formation. Hornets have got the 3 there to the far side. Lathan Boone going to take the snap. He's looking. 3-man rush for the Tigers. Once again, throws into the middle of the field. The ball is going to sail through the hands of number 24, Dalen Overstreet. Had an opportunity to pull it in, but he's hit immediately by the Tigers. And for the first time tonight, the Hornets are going to have to punt.
Man, I didn't think we were going to have to punt tonight, but hey, you know what? Hey, we got off to a good start. Still had a good drive there. Just had a little sputter there, but hey, we'll clean it up and get the ball back and do what we need to do.
So back in punt formation is number 42, B.J. Thomas. B.J. Thomas is back. He's going to take the snap. He gets the kick, and it's blocked. Blocked by number 5 for the Tigers, who scoops it up, but he's brought down at about the 10-yard line. Number 30, Aiden Walker, is able to bring him down before he goes in unimpeded for the touchdown. But as we said before, special teams this season have been special. And I don't mean that in a special good way. I mean in a special like we got issues way. And once again, we've got a punt block.
And that's, you can't let your guard down. You know it. I mean, just because you're up 20-0, the game is not over. Remember what Coach McGee told us? You got to play till the whistle blows when the referee says the game is over.
The whistle blows or the scoreboard says 0-0-0. So this is giving the Tahlequah Tigers new life. With 2 minutes and 2 seconds left, they will scrimmage from the Hornet 10-yard line. The junior quarterback, Brody Younger, has number 11, Beckett Robinson, in motion. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He throws short. He was trying to hit Robinson, but throws behind him. 2 Hornets actually had the opportunity to make a reception on that play instead of number 11 did. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 10-yard line for the Tigers. Now, this is the time. You know, we haven't had to say it tonight, but this is the time the defense needs to bow up and get a stop.
That's it. If we can get up, and like you said, make a big stop right here, that'll make a statement as well.
So Younger brings the Tahlequah Tigers to the line of scrimmage. Number 8 is in motion, but it's going to be a handoff to Munoz, and he's going to be brought down immediately. Number 21 is there, And also big number 62, number 21 is Anthony Harris, a sophomore, and number 62, Elias Sherman right there. And they basically just got upfield and just took away any options for Munoz to basically get any type of positive yardage.
That's right.
So we're going to have a timeout by the Hornets. 1 minute, 38 seconds left in the half. And, Leon, I like what I'm seeing, not just because it's homecoming. I like what I'm seeing because this is a team that does not have a hangover from Stillwater last week, man. And we know that I mean, they got beat last week. No way around it. No other thing to say about it. They got beat last week. But this is a team that has come out tonight. Maybe the energy of homecoming is one thing, but they're also the discipline, the execution, the fight in this team is impressive tonight.
Man, I mean, well said. I mean, we hitting on our phases right now. The energy levels up, like you said. We got the crowd involved, the bands involved. I mean, it just looks totally different from weeks past, and that lets me know that the Hornets went back to the drawing board and, you know, looked at some things and corrected some things. So it's showing on the football field tonight. But when we can come up with a big stop down here, that'll be huge as well.
It really would. So we've got 3rd down and 10 from the 10-yard line. Younger looks back. He tries to throw the slant, tries to keep it low, but the pass is incomplete. On defense for the Hornets, number 11, Seth White. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for the Tigers, and it looks like, Leon, they're going to go for it.
I mean, they have to. You know, they're down 20-0. The field goal is not going to do you any good down here. You got to get some morale up, so let's go. Let's go, Hornets, defend.
So, Hornet fans, stand up where you are. This is the opportunity for the defense to keep the blank on the visitor side of the scoreboard. Tahlequah Tigers are getting
– Tahlequah has the score. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's 4th and 10. You understand?
Sir.
So they going for this. Let's see. Let's go.
Younger drops back. He's looking to throw back to his left. Now he's trying to run, but he's swarmed and taken down by a host of Hornets. The Hornet defense is held. The Hornet defense is held. 1st down, Hornets.
Yes, sir. And it's 1:30 on the clock. What I do is I'd go and take me a shot right now. You know that. Let's go. Let's strike it up right now. Let's take a shot.
You know, it's a situation like this on the turnover on downs. You know, as an offensive guy, you know, you don't even have to call the play. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. I just want you to snap it, and it needs to be going deep.
Go. And let it go, bro. Let's see. Remember when Randy Moss and Tom Brady hooked up? He did this. Tom Brady just let it go.
Just let it go.
Yes, sir. That's what needs
So
to
we're
happen.
going to look into the secondary and see where the safety is. We don't have anybody over the top here on the near side. I believe, yes, we have Micah Tees here to the near side, a 3-by-1 formation, pistol formation. Tees has single coverage right now. Boone gets the snap.
Yeah.
He's throwing deep to the far side. He's got number 4, Chalk, over there. Just overthrows him just a little bit.
I like the fact that, you know, we were aggressive in this situation. You're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
We've got a pink hanky down. Penalty flag on the play, and we're waiting to see exactly what's going on. So it looks as though the penalty, we're still waiting for the white hat to tell us something. So the penalty is going to go, well, he said against the Hornets, but they were walking off the wrong direction. So the penalty is going to go against the Hornets, and it's going to move us back deep into our territory. It was a holding penalty on the Hornets. So this is going to take it back. It's going to be first down and 17 from the 7-yard line for the Hornets, deep in our territory. Lathan Boone gets the snap, looks out. Now he's got a completed pass. Nope, it's dropped by number 1, Demetrius Prudhomme. Close to being a lateral, but it wasn't. That's a pass. You got to catch that one right there.
Man, I think he was looking ahead and just didn't secure the ball. He saw real estate, and all he saw was and it just didn't work out that way. You know what I mean?
You got to catch that hot one, and basically then you can't do anything with it till you catch it. So we got a 3-by-1 formation, 3 wide receivers here to the near side for the Hornets. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 17 from the 7-yard line. Lathan Boone, the senior quarterback. And now we're going to have another illegal offsides penalty on the Hornets. This is going to move it half the distance to the goal. So the Hornets are now going to scrimmage on 2nd down and be even closer to our own goal line, Hornet fans. Not going in the direction we need to be going right now. So now we're going to be starting from the 4-yard line. Going to be 2nd down for the Hornets. A definite passing situation. Lathan Boone stands with his feet in the end zone. Sends his running back in motion, swings it out to him, and he drops it. Leon, now I have to say it, this is 2 drives that we've put it in reverse and we have not executed. I mean, you know, we jump out to a big lead, and here's the opportunities that we've had to keep moving the football, and we're just not doing it right now.
And you can't continue to do that. I mean, again, 20-0 is not state championship caliber type of saying that you can put people away. Not saying that we're not state championship caliber, but 20-0 is nothing. That's not a comfortable lead. You know what I mean?
Not at all. So not with a half of football left.
Yes, sir.
So
Stay with what got you here.
We've got 3rd down and 21 from the Hornets. Starting in our own end zone, standing in our own end zone is Lathan Boone. He drops back. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to step up. He's going to gun it into the middle of the field. He's got Micah Tees, and he's caught it, and you can walk that dog. You know Micah Tees, he's gone. Touchdown, Hornets. Strike up the band. Boone to Tees. Boone on the run, and he just dropped a bomb on the Tahlequah Tigers.
You see Tees down there getting some love from the baby Hornets down. I love it. Little Hornets and the little future Hornets down there high-fiving Tees on a heck of a play from Lathan Boone to Micah Tees, deep in our own Hornet territory, Hornets.
Hornet fans, that was a beautiful day.
A 96-yard pass and catch from Boone to Tees. Hornets put 6 points on the board. And, you know, Leon, I was talking about we was going in the wrong direction. That puts it back in gear. The snap is back, the hold is down, and number 42, B.J. Thomas, has the PAT good. It is now 27-0, your Booker T. Washington Hornets.
And remember what we were saying, when the defense holds like that and then the offense can reward the defense, that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? The gift and the reward. Man, look at that. That was just beautiful.
Lathan Boone took the snap in the end zone. The pocket started to collapse, so he stepped up. I really thought he was going to run because he had a lane to run. Yeah. You know, Micah Tees ran a route and then basically was running a post into the middle of the field, and that's just quarterback wide receiver communication saying, you know, I'm over the top, just get it to me. That's the Randy Moss.
2 4-year guys, wasn't it? That just hooked up,
and on that one, Tees and Boone put the ball right on Tees' hands. He didn't have to wait for it. And once he caught it, it's, as my dad would say, Katie bar the door. Touchdown, Hornets. Here's the kickoff from Thomas. Going to be received at about the 7-yard line for the Tahlequah Tigers. Number 11 has it. Running to his right side, and he's going to be corralled down at about the 27-yard line. But we have a Hornet injured. And this one doesn't look too good. I think we've had a Hornet that is might be concussed, Leon. He
ain't moving.
He's not moving right now.
Yeah, we can take a break here for a second. And looks like he didn't move.
Yeah.
We need to just Hornet fans just say your prayers for the young man that looked like Byron said got a concussion. He hadn't moved. Yeah, they waving people out there, so. Hornet fan, we just hope that the situation gets settled here real quick and hope that this young man's all right.
If you know the game of football, you know, and you've ever played it, you have to understand that the kickoff and the kickoff return is basically people running full speed down the field, and the collisions happen quickly and they happen violently.
Looks like they're calling for an EMT, man, seriously. So, you know, I think they're calling someone. Yeah, they're calling him in, man. He's not moving, man. Just say a prayer, Hornet Nation, for. Do you know who that is? Is down?
I'm not sure which player it is.
Yeah, he's down. Hornet fans, just pray that this young man gets his mobility back. And the game has been temporarily interrupted with a minute and 1 second left to go into halftime.
I didn't see the collision between the Hornet player and the Tahlequah Tiger. But right now, we've got a young man that's that's not moving on the field. And we hope the best for this young man, that the assistants on the field are able to get him conscious. And
lifeline, you hear the helicopter. That's one thing about it. It's always flying around here, so.
It's just one of those tough things that, you know, you're taught on kickoff coverage, is that you've got to basically run as fast as you can to get down there and cover for the team that's trying to return it. But right now we've got folks that are doing their best to help the young man. Coach Boone is right there with the young man, and he's standing over him to see that things are going to be okay, Hornet fans. So while we wait, we're going to take just a few minutes of a break, Hornet fans, to see exactly what we've got going on. Hopefully we can get a number for you to give you the name of this young man and try to help him get right. We'll be right back. Well, even before I do that, looks like the young man is conscious, and he's now sitting up. It was a helmet-to-helmet hit, we were told.
But, yeah, to regain consciousness, that's huge, so, man.
But it looks like the young man is sitting currently, and now he's standing.
Number 45, who is
it's
that?
Number 45, that's Liam Phipps. He's a junior, tight end and linebacker.
Okay, he's walking off, man. That's a good sign. For a second there, y'all, it looked as if it was a lot more serious, but hey, we're so glad that the kid got up on his feet and looks to be okay.
Liam Phipps is up, and he seems to have his feet up under him.
But just for precaution, they're going to take him out the field, which is right thing to do.
Yep.
Shouldn't see him for the rest of the night. So.
Yep. But he doesn't seem to be having trouble. He seems to.
He's mad.
Yeah, he's
mad. His
parents. I think he wanted to finish homecoming.
Yeah, y'all like Hornet fans. He looked pretty serious, but the young man's walking out the field. He looked like, why did y'all take me out the game? So that's a good sign.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So he's going to be taken to the locker room to be checked out. We got 1 minute and 1 second left in the half. The play that this occurred was on the kickoff return after the Hornets just scored a 96-yard pitch and catch touchdown from Lathan Boone and Micah Tees. And the Hornets are waiting for the Tigers to come out to see exactly how they choose to proceed here with 1 minute and 1 second left in the half.
Brown conferring with our referee this evening on the GTOA.
All right. So I guess there was a penalty also on the kickoff return because the tackle was made further back, Leon. So there was a penalty against the Hornets that has moved the ball to the Tiger 45-yard line. They're going to have it 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 1 second left in the half. Number 4, Brody Younger, quarterback for the Tigers, has a man in motion. Takes it. He's going to be rolling to his left. Throws the out route, and the ball's a little bit wide. The pass was intended for number 6, Jacob Morrison, a junior wide receiver and strong safety for the Tigers. Ball falls incomplete, defended by Micah Tees. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets.
Jacob Morrison, it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down 10. The ball still resting in Tigers territory at the 45.
Now we got a situation, Leon, with a half of football left that the defense needs to start getting opportunistic. There's going to be opportunities for interceptions.
Ooh, 62, Sherman, that man again.
Elias Sherman in the backfield quickly taking down the running back number 40. That's Darren Spar for the Tigers, and that's going to be a loss to bring up 3rd down. 49.8 seconds left. Yeah.
62, boy, you're a beast, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey,
Elias Sherman is living in the backfield
yes,
of
sir.
every team he
Yes,
plays
sir.
against.
Yes, sir.
So the Hornets are going to take their third and final time out of the half. 49.8 seconds left in the half. And Elias Sherman, I can go ahead and be on the record. He's been doing work all season long. But as I was saying, you got a situation when you're up like this by 4 scores now. The defense needs to start getting opportunistic. These are those situations where I'm not saying gamble, but if you're playing in the secondary for Booker T, if you get your drops, play your keys, there's going to be chances to maybe take one to the house tonight.
Because they're going to have to throw the ball second half. You know what I mean? The clock is against them, and this is time. With that front we got,
Yep.
it should be some opportunities
Yes, sir.
to make some things happen in the second half, like you said. So great point there.
Next home game on October 21st when they take on the Ruffers of Muskogee High School.
So after the timeout taken by the Hornets, the Tahlequah Tigers are coming to the line of scrimmage. After the loss, it's going to be 3rd down and 13 from their 42-yard line. Younger, the junior quarterback, is in the pistol. He drops back after the snap, looking left. He's got a big rush, and he's finally going to be taken down. And once again, he is taken down hard by Elias Sherman. The Sherman tank just almost planted him into the turf.
Man, we're going to call him Sherm, huh? He getting it in like that.
He is getting it in like that.
Yes.
That brings up 4th down for the Hornets. Tahlequah may allow the play clock to run down because the half may also come to an end before that. It would be wise for them to do that and not kick it. They're waiting for the snap. 5 seconds left on the play clock. The ball is snapped back. Here's the kick. I think he was angling for the sideline. And then the ball is down. It's going to run back, going to bounce back for the Hornets. But the half has now ended. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets are going to go to the half with a 27-0 lead over the Tahlequah Tigers. On all phases, the Hornets have executed and played well tonight. We go to the half of homecoming, Hornet fans. Ahead, the scoreboard has a goose egg on the visitor side. All is good at S.E. Williams tonight.
You heard, boy, we in here smiling like we on a cheese commercial. We doing so much smiling up in here. We be the lead characters for a cheese commercial right now, Byron. We ain't smile like this all year long.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Hornet fans, you know what's coming. It's the homecoming halftime show. It needs no introduction, and I won't try to give it. Hornet fans, before that, we have some special guests coming to the field, and one of them I know quite well. Coach Dunlap is being honored this evening, Hornet fans, along with some other Hornet legends. But let me give you the other information. This year's Miss Hornet is Rhea Corella, and Mr. Hornet is Tanner Frank. The first attendants are Nicole Chase and Christian Davis. The second attendants are Kendall Johnson and Chase Vaughn. Here in a few minutes, we will have the introduction of our Mr. and Mrs. Hornet for the 2022-2023 school year. Coach Dunlap, Kevin Matthews is being honored this evening, along with some other Hornet dignitaries. We are going to take a break and let everyone enjoy the halftime festivities. We'll be back with Homecoming 2022 Hornet fans from S.E. Williams.
Senator Matthews is a native Tulsa, graduating from Booker T. Washington High School in 1978. He was elected to public service as a state representative in 2012, sworn into his first term,
with the Oklahoma House of Representatives on November 14th. He was elected as state senator in April 2015. During Representative Matthews' first session as a legislator, he received ranking member status on public safety appropriations and budgets, as well as economic development and financial services for the state. In December 2013, Matthews was one of only 20 legislators chosen to attend a White House briefing in the West Wing of the Obama White House. Senator Matthews is the founder and chair of the 1921 Commission, which has highlighted the rise and fall of Black Wall Street in Tulsa. The senator recently received EDUREC's Civic Leadership Award and the 2018 Christian Ministers Community Service Leadership Award. Booker T, put your hands together for your own Senator Kevin Matthews. State Representative Regina Goodwin. Regina Goodwin, a native of Tulsa, grew up on historic Greenwood Avenue. After graduating from Booker T. Washington High School in 1980, she received a Bachelor of Fine Arts from the University of Kansas and completed master's coursework at Columbia College in Chicago, Illinois. Regina, a faithful member of the North Peoria Church of Christ, grew up in a loving and a community-oriented family. Regina's grandparents, Jeannie and Ed Goodwin Sr., and parents, Alquita and Ed Goodwin Jr., instilled a philosophy that service is the rent we pay our room and board on earth. In 2015, Regina was elected to serve as state representative for Tulsa House District 73, guided by the power we. Regina fights to improve public education, economic development, housing and health care. Community policing and criminal justice reform are also critical areas of concern. Representative Goodwin was the principal House author bill into law HB 1357, the Caregiver Support Act, which broadens resources and respite vouchers for caregivers. Regina currently serves as Assistant Minority Floor Leader and Chair of the Oklahoma Legislative Black Caucus. Regina's genuine service to the community springs from deep roots in Tulsa and has not gone unnoticed. She is grateful recipient of numerous community service honors. Booker T, put your hands together for Regina Goodwin. Principal, coach, and educator, H.J. Green. In the late 1960s, the federal government mandated a change in the demographics of schools across the country, requiring schools such as Booker T to have a balanced population. Meeting the goal was not easy, and many dedicated educators contributed to the school's success. H.J. Green began his career with TBS as a teacher and coach at several area high schools. He eventually moved to administration duties in 1969 and was principal at Hale High School for 3 years before he switched places with Granville Smith to the Booker T principal. Meetings at homes and local churches were organized to spread the word about Booker T's new magnet program. The community recruitment worked, and enrollment was up to 1,500 by the beginning of the 1973-74 school year. Green went on to serve as principal at Booker T and coaching college for 7 years before moving to San Diego, California, where he served as principal also. One of his most notable stewards from San Diego is rap mogul Calvin Broadus, better known as Snoop Dogg. Green has continually been involved in the advancement of diversity, inclusion, and education. H.J. Green was successful in securing grants through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for ongoing reform in inner city high school.
His Majesty, the 46th Mr. Hornet, is Tanner Frank. Tanner is the son of Mika and Tony Frank. Tanner is a 4-year member of African American Society. And he also serves as the president. He is a member of speech and debate. And he is also a part of the journalism and broadcasting, HBCU. Her Majesty, the 91st Miss Hornet, is Rhea Corella. Rhea is the daughter of Miru and Raghu Kurela. Rhea is a 4-year member of the B.T.W varsity prom and currently serves as captain. She is a member of Women Empowered, Hornets Against Hunger, and Asian American Club. After high school, Rhea plans to attend a 4-year university and pursue dance and study in pre-law. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2022 Homecoming Royal Court.
Hornet fans, I got a special treat for you. As we watch the band do their homecoming production for Homecoming 2023, I happened to run into somebody that I go back with many, many, many years. So we're going to do this right now because it's homecoming, and when alums are in the building and I get the opportunity to bring them into the booth, I got to do it. Tonight, I'm joined by Mr. Quentin Evans. Quentin, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, Brother Byron. How you been?
Quentin, go ahead and tell us, class of?
1987.
And a proud member of class of 1987.
Yes.
So Quentin, you know, you played here. You played 4 years. You played as a freshman, correct?
Yeah, I was on the first freshman team that went 13-0. Nobody scored on us. And then I was the first sophomore to start in 30 years when I started as a sophomore.
Absolutely. At the center position, which at that time was a position that had no mercy and no love.
Yes, I remember when Coach McGee said, "You got Billy Goldberg this week." And I looked up, and Eric Johnson and everybody was like, "You got this. You got this."
You know, it's traditions like that, it's memories like that, Quentin. You know, more than anything, the late Larry McGee, our head coach, the beloved Larry McGee, you know, something that I have a conversation with a lot of guys about is that if you get at least two of us that played for Coach McGee together in less than 5 minutes, either him or something he said is going to come up. Now, we won't repeat any of it because it was biblical in that way.
Yes,
But the fact remains that man left such an imprint on us, not just in football, but in life as a whole.
Yes, he did. You know, he passed, 12 years ago? No, a little bit over almost 10 years, almost 20 years ago. And his birthday was the 5th.
Yep.
And that's on my calendar every year. You know, he was my neighbor.
Yep.
So not only was he
That's
my
why I
coach,
grabbed you. That's what we gonna talk.
but he was my dad. So I could tell you a story. I could tell you one story. I lost my starting position because of Carver's homecoming.
Okay.
And my sister Cladella was in the court, and I didn't get home till like midnight.
Okay. All right.
So that was my sophomore year, and he didn't say nothing. I played the first series. He pulled me out, and he was like, "Okay, you're done because football is your number one love."
Really?
So that woke me up, and it actually set me on the path to work for that 4-year, schooling. So he was more of an influence than I know. I still call him Dad now. I seen Mama McGee earlier today at my
Yes, sir.
so,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, Leon and I were talking on the broadcast. When you watch the team now, you know, it's the tradition is still there. But it's sometimes hard for me to because we don't have Coach McGee here with us that could, come up to the school on a Tuesday and be him, So the only way that we can keep that legacy alive is to tell the stories. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is so true.
It's so different because in a lot of situations, any level of football, you have those guys, those emeritus guys or those retired coaches, like the Tom Osbornes that can come around and be around the program that they took to certain heights.
Right.
But for us with Coach McGee, at this level, it was so critical of what he was and what he was about. And we don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's different.
Yes, it is. That philosophy, I live in North Carolina now, not taking it out there with me. And just what you said, it's kind of similar. The school I coach at, Douglasburg High School in North Carolina, we're having a similar issue. Alumni go away, and a lot of them won't come back.
Okay.
And they don't realize how much of an influence that we do have on the younger people, because some of the traditions we still bring. You know, like like the school I coach at, I ask the kids, do y'all know the school song? No. Do you know the fight song? No.
Yeah.
Okay, how can you call yourself a football team? If you don't know those two things, then you don't have the pride of the school. So that's one of the traditions I'm trying to take from here out there.
I mean, we were blessed. I mean,
yeah.
the Booker T tradition. We were talking about how I remember as a freshman, coming to games, but then I remember as a sophomore, under you guys, and the seniors, the senior class, they didn't talk to us, but I remember you guys as sophomores, you guys as juniors when we were sophomores, you went into homecoming thinking the opposing team better not score. It was gonna be a bad situation.
Oh yeah.
If the opponent scored at homecoming.
Oh yeah. I mean, you feared Coach Dates, Coach McGee. At halftime, if we didn't have a certain amount of points on the board, you knew what was coming. You just went into the locker room and kept your head down. And if we didn't have at least 28, it was not a good day. And he would drive us. The next week, we would practice because we did not get enough points in the first half.
So tell me, Quentin, after finishing here at Booker T, where did you go to college?
I went to Southwest Missouri State, and then I ended up leaving there in '92 after a couple of years. I finished up out there, and then I joined the Army.
Yep, I know that. And you were a para jumper?
I was a Special Forces soldier.
Really? For how you did what? You retired from the military. So
I
you did
retired
20?
in 2018.
So how many years?
I did a total of 29 and a half years.
So how many jumps?
Oh God, over 100.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Quentin, you a big man.
Oh yeah.
You a big man.
Oh.
I thought there had to be a size or weight requirement to jump out of an airplane with a parachute.
Let's put it like this. I didn't jump with a lot of equipment. And because I always maxed out the parachute.
I understand.
So when I was in the 82nd, my soldiers had to carry. They jumped with my stuff. They'd be mad. Then when I got the group, we didn't jump with combat equipment.
So was that something that you were pegged to do, or did you want to be a parajumper?
Yes, I did. And believe it or not, I looked at Special Forces as a continuation of football.
Okay.
Because a Special Forces ODA is 12-man team.
Okay.
And everywhere we go, it was always those 12 guys.
Okay.
Everybody knew about the Navy SEALs.
Okay.
Very few people know about the Green Beret, and because we are very secretive, we're known. Our motto is the silent professionals.
Okay.
De oppresso libre, we're always free. We're in 160 countries, and people, it's crazy. We got somebody in one of those countries, and it's just crazy what we do.
Wow.
You know, I loved it. I was a communications sergeant. Got a lot of trips to Afghanistan and Iraq. It was a fun part of my life.
Got you.
When I say fun, I had a lot of fun. Been to a lot of countries.
Okay.
But once again, what I learned at the T, hard work, helped me get through it, because it is not an easy course or an easy job to get into. Very few people make it, and I made it.
I got you. Now, Hornet fans, I have to tell you, me and this gentleman, we go back really before you and I, because of your dad.
Yes.
Your dad, Joe Evans. I mean, we're talking about men in this community who coached football for years. I mean, the number of kids that came up under Joe Evans, a Floyd Leach, Woody McBride, the guys that started us playing this game before we ever got to Booker T.
Yes.
So from a standpoint of service, your dad was a fireman.
And Air Force.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Your sister am I right? Was your sister the first female?
She was the first African female black firefighter in the city of Tulsa.
Okay, so the first.
She was the second in the state.
Okay, but your dad, your mom was always around us kids, keeping us on the straight and narrow. It was one of those things that they talk about. It takes a village. Between your dad and your mom, it was no acting a fool around Mr. and Mr. And this is before I really you and I came to know each other for football.
Yes.
But I knew your dad and your mom before that.
Yes.
And so, we all came and matriculated through Booker T. Washington, but this community, man, is just, it's a special, special thing. The connection that we all have as Hornets, the connection that we all have as football players, I try to get across because, like you, I've coached, I've been around the youth, man, and I try to impart on them, they don't know how special this community is. They really don't. And until you go away, you tell the stories about where you're coaching, and that pride of the program is not there. We were just dropped into something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. It's speaking of my dad, I do miss him. I lost him in 2011. Once again, I was overseas when it happened, but we knew it was coming, and it's rough. But when I walk around, people say, "I remember your dad. I see your dad in you," and it just means a lot. And one of the things I said when I got out the military is I wanted to continue his legacy. I asked God where to go. He said, "You're going to stay here in North Carolina, and you're going to continue his legacy out here." So I do a lot of mentorships. I do a lot of things out there. And I'm actually teaching now. Can you believe
that? Teacher Quentin?
Yes, I'm a teacher. I'm a civics teacher, social studies teacher. I teach civics.
Wow.
So
wow.
I love it. I love it. And I got one of the most demanding schools.
Okay.
But I asked God to put me in the place that He needed me, and that's where He put me at.
Gotcha.
And I love it. I truly, truly do. So.
Now I'm gonna have to ask you. I'm gonna have to ask you live on this microphone an inside joke. Since you're coaching now, I'm gonna hit you with this one. This was, I just got a text from Corey Curl. So Corey Curl wants me to ask you, since you're coaching football, have you ever pointed at any of your players? Do they know what the point means? If you remember.
I'll put it like this, as Corey just sent you that text. I pulled a couple of Coach Dates isms out. I pulled a couple of Coach McGee isms out. And one day looked up, I had on cleats and a forearm pad.
So that's a Dates. Because they didn't have a helmet to fit you. But you would have put one on if you could have found one. So you pulled that one?
It's funny you laugh because on the coaching staff, I volunteer.
Okay.
But I started volunteering first. And so the coach like, man, you got a big head. And so when the next coach, which is the head coach, is 10 years younger than I am.
Okay.
And then there's one other guy, he is 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
So they all, me and the older guy be talking, and he'd be like, yeah, you played with this. I said, dude, my first face mask only had one bar. And they all look at me like I'm being shit. When I tell them, I remember when the canvas Converse came out or the cleats first came out, they look at me like, are you for real? And the crazy part is, I'm 3 years older than the school I teach at.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So they'd be like, I'm like, man, I don't know y'all traditions because I'm older than you.
So I'm going to give you the opportunity. Talk about the guys that you graduated with, the guys that you played football with, some of those names. I've been doing this broadcast for 3 years. Mm-hmm. I've been blessed to do this broadcast with some guys that the first guy I worked with was younger than us. So a lot of those contemporaries he didn't know. But we're talking about guys that was your class that I knew for years and years. You know why. But go ahead and shout some of your guys from the class of 1987, the undefeated freshman team. I've heard all the stories. I got to deal with it all the time.
Oh, you ain't heard them all.
But I'm going to give you a chance to shout them guys out. Go ahead.
I want to say what's up to Jamal West. I got to see him today at my aunt's funeral.
Okay.
George Marshall, David Jackson, Mark Walker, Tony Brooks, Ivor Samilton.
Nasty.
Chris DeMario, Chris Tompkins. And what people don't realize is we were a brotherhood. We all in a group chat. If somebody's hurting, everybody's hurting. And I miss them. I truly do. Because here's a funny thing. I was in Afghanistan back in 2011.
Okay.
And I was working out in the gym, and there was a Navy SEAL there. And he said, I went to Notre Dame. I said, you know Reggie Brooks? He goes, yeah. So he called Reggie Brooks from Afghanistan, and Reggie goes, I know him. So me and Reggie was laughing and joking, even though Reggie's 2 years younger than me. But he was like, wow.
Yeah.
But I always tell people this, Booker T. Washington is more than just here.
Yes, sir.
And the reason I'm saying that is because my kids are all grown now. I had one they just finished up last year. And I was sitting in the stands, and one of the parents had a coach's wife actually had an OU shirt on, so I was messing with her. And she goes, what school did you go to? I said, Booker T. Washington. She was just like, I know where that is. Her daughter was like, you went to that? So people don't realize it's the way that we were raised. It's how we go out into the world, the things we take out into the world. People don't understand that, and you could tell a Hornet from a mile away.
Absolutely.
So, especially if you come from the old era, you could spot them.
Absolutely.
It's just the way we carry ourselves.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've had a multitude of stories. My wife is not from Tulsa. She's from Oklahoma City. And we can be anywhere. I mean, literally, we've been in Las Vegas, walking through a casino. And you know me, I'll strike up a conversation. I might see somebody in one of them crazy OU shirts, and I'll say something. And just like you talking about, people say, "Well, where are you from?" You know, and I'll say, "I'm from Tulsa." And they're like, well, and as soon as they start forming the words about high school, my wife she'll just drop her head. She'll start walking off because she knows it's going to be 15 minutes. You know, you know. And it's like you say. I mean, you know, this school carries such a flag, such a banner for excellence.
Yes, it does.
You know, that it doesn't, you know, we don't need to sell it. You know, we don't need to sell it. We don't need to talk it up. You know, there's the saying, it's a Hornet thing. You wouldn't understand. But everybody wants to. They try.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say this. All of my kids know the fight song because every Friday I would play the Booker T fight song. And I would tell, because my kids went to a high school, their colors are the same as ours.
Okay.
And me and the coach got into it. I ain't gonna lie. And I told him, y'all can never, y'all need to take that colors off because y'all are not representing that colors right. But you know who that's Coach McGee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you can't wear the colors right, take them off.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I tell them all the time. So they're like, why don't you wear orange, black, and white? I said, I tell you why, because you guys destroyed it. So I get in trouble all the time out there.
Well, man, Quinn, it's good to see you. I know the situation for you to be in town, man, but you know, I followed you on Facebook. I know where you are. I've seen you. I just happened to see you here, and I just had to get you up in here, man, just to talk a little Booker T.
Well, I come up here to bring my son, and I'm going to tell everybody this. If you've never seen North Carolina football,
Okay.
It's nothing like this.
Okay.
The stadiums, we still got grass fields. You guys don't realize how blessed y'all are to have people that actually come in and build up your facilities. We don't have that.
Gotcha.
So, and that's one of the things I want to bring out there. Hey, let's upgrade what we got. So,
Got you. Well, Hornet fans, this is Quentin Evans, class of 1987, as the Hornets are getting the second half kickoff return by number 20. Quentin, I can't thank you enough for doing this, man. Anytime you in town, you always welcome to come by, brother. You know, we are brothers in the bond of this great institution's football team and Big Larry.
Papa McGee.
I'm not going to point at you, though. I'm not going to point.
No. I love you, man. I love everybody around here. I'm sorry I don't get to come on very much, but I got to do what God tells me.
I hear you. Good to talk to you, Quentin Evans.
You
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Hornet fans, it's always wonderful to talk to those Hornet alums that you spend time with. That was a young man, Quentin Evans, from the class of 87 that I was with here for 3 years. But we come back to the game. Your Hornets are leading 27-0 over the Tahlequah Tigers. Lathan Boone on the option. He's able to pitch it out to number 1, Demetrius Prudhomme. Prudhomme is finally held and wrestled down. Going to have a loss on the play. Hornets are starting the second half headed north. We got a pretty good amount of wind blowing to the south right now. So if Boone does decide to throw the football, he's going to be throwing into a pretty good wind. I got my trusty sidekick, Mr. Leon Skillings. You missed it, man. Good talking with Quentin.
Yeah,
man.
you know, it's always good. I saw him out there sitting out there on the stand. I was like, Quentin snuck in on us, man.
Can't call him an old head. Just call him a big old head. That's what you got to say.
Boy, he still look the same.
Absolutely.
It's always good to see y'all guys, man. We go back to Holy Family Bar. You know, I told you to run deep, man. It's deep, bro.
Absolutely.
When I leave, Byron Perry's, the Quentin's, it's just we can go all the way back, man.
Oh yeah. Lathan Boone tucks it, and he gets some positive yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the Hornet 20-yard line. I was just saying, Leon, it seems as though the wind has really picked up, you know, blowing to the south. And so Boone, at this particular juncture, is going to be throwing into a pretty good headwind.
Yeah.
He gets the snap this time. Once again, he gives it to Ross, who tries to cut over the left side, who only gets a short gain right there. On 3rd down, we're going to have a situation where the Hornets are going to have to look at possibly punting from their own end.
Man, I just wanted to make a quick footnote here, Byron. You know, in lieu of all of what's going on out there with the shooting that happened at McLean, I think that was last weekend. We're going to be out tomorrow at noon up at the Generation of Destiny parking lot at noon. We're just going to pray for the community. So if anybody wants to come out, we call them to pull up and pray. Pull up at the Generation of Destiny, 46th Street North at noon and pray with us. So hope to see you all out there.
Here's Karan Ross, who busts into the secondary, and he's going to be able to get another first down for the Hornets. Karan just ripped off a big gain on 3rd and 5. You know, we had a situation where the drive was looking like it was stalling itself out or it wasn't doing anything, and all of a sudden, Leon, Ross takes off.
Man, that was a big play. And I was telling the offensive coordinator on the way in, we were talking about the freshman, and he's excited about that new toy that he got, and I said rightfully so.
And right now, you got Mekhi Washington. He's put on the orange sweatshirt up under his uniform. It has gotten a little bit chilly. It's pad-popping weather here in North Tulsa on this beautiful October night. He picks up a yard or so.
You know, one thing about this Oklahoma weather, a lot of us got caught slipping. And I see people out there with shorts and tank tops and halter tops on, and everybody freezing out there right now because that wind that came out of the south out of nowhere.
You know what? That's that hawk.
Yes, the hawk is out. Ooh.
Boone tries to hand it to Washington, and
fumble.
Washington fumbles. The ball is still on the ground, and Tahlequah Tigers are saying that they have it. You know, on the handoff, it's Boone trying to basically ride the handoff to the running back, but immediately Tahlequah had somebody in the backfield. So that's one of those situations. Obviously, the young freshman is going to be credited with the fumble, but it's a situation where you have to take everything at its best and at its worst. The thing about it was you got Boone is holding it in there so long that he really didn't have a clean hold of it before he got hit and fumbled it.
And like you said, it goes back to Boone not making that choice. Do you want to keep it or you going to give it? Because what happened right there is what's going to happen all the time. So you got to make a quick decision in that moment.
And it's about timing. It's the biggest
sir.
thing. So Tahlequah is going to give the ball coming to the right.
That's
number 40. They give it to the big guy, Darren Spar, with the neck brace. But once again on the tackle, go ahead and pull the bodies back. You're going to find him, number 62, Elias Sherman, and on the bottom of the pile, number 58, Amandre Tiger. I haven't called his name enough tonight, but between Sherman and Tiger, it has been a two-man wrecking crew on the line of scrimmage for the Hornets.
You know, in the words of our dear legend, PA announcer Night Train Lane, that was led by a host of Hornets.
So it's going to be second down after a 2-yard loss for the Tigers. They're scrimmaging from their 42-yard line. Quarterback for Tahlequah is looking to the sideline, but now we're going to have a stoppage of play. I believe it's going to be a timeout for Tahlequah. And that's going to be the first timeout of the second half for Tahlequah. Next week, the Hornets will play on Thursday night, Oklahoma City. We will definitely let you know about the broadcast since the Hornets will be over on the central part of the state. You know, Leon, since we have a quick moment for the timeout, an unfortunate situation out in McLean last week, shooting where a couple of one individual, one young man lost his life and 2 others were shot. Just horrible for the community more than anything. So I appreciate to hear that you guys are just going to have just an opportunity for people to come out and just pray for the community as a whole.
That's all it is. Just pull up and pray, and we'll go from there.
So here's the quarterback for Tahlequah rolling to his left. He throws back across the field. He has a man, number 5, on the angle route. That's Braden Northington, but he overthrows him just a little bit. 2 Hornets were there in proximity, but the guy for Tahlequah, he had a step. I mean, he was open. You just got to put the ball in the basket, and that's a pass that number 4, Brody Younger, would definitely want to have back, Leon.
And I'm interested in seeing how we play this second half to see if we can play a complete game. You know what I mean? Let's not stall. Let's put them away. Let's finish putting some points on the board, and let's keep executing because the game is not over.
Absolutely. So you're going to have 3rd down and 13 for the Tahlequah Tigers. Obvious passing down. We're going to see what decision their coaches have made. Once again, Younger's going to roll out to his left. He's rolling, he's looking, but there's a huge amount of a pass rush there from the Hornets, and he's taken down. Going to bring up another loss on the play. It's going to end up being 4th down for the Hornets. And once again, the Hornet defense has definitely made a statement, Leon.
And you know what I like about what's going on? If you've been watching, the quarterback 4 has a tendency to want to drop back. But the defense is forcing him to roll left, which is uncomfortable for him. And anytime we get him to roll left, it's causing him some problems, and we're capitalizing on it. So the Hornets defense is really taking away what their offense wants to do.
And the throw across your body is always slower than the throw when you're throwing straight from the side that the ball comes out on.
Tease feels it.
Tease has it, trying to get to the outside. He steps on some man. He's got the sideline, but he's not going to be able to do much with it. He's going to have a decent return. Going to get about to the 40-yard line of the Hornets.
Got some hankies flooding the field.
So we have some pink hankies that are on the field. As I look to my left, we have the alumni majorettes that have taken to the track, Hornet fans, trying to identify who some of these ladies are, but I can say that they are on the field, which means that if the alumni majorettes are on the field, the alumni band is now in the stands. I'm just waiting for the drum solos to begin. It's homecoming 2022. So it looks like we're going to have a personal foul, probably a clip. Going to move the ball back 15 yards. The Hornets are going to scrimmage from the 22-yard line. They're going to once again be headed to the north into the wind. So we're definitely going to see how that affects the passing from Mr. Lathan Boone. And like you were saying, Leon, we really want to see this offense to basically, retain the type of execution that they've had in the first half. Put some more points on the board.
And we got to come out right now and keep our script alive.
So Boone hands it off to Karan Ross. He's over the right side looking to find a lane, but he keeps his feet moving, gets positive yards. I don't know. I believe that's the alumni band playing, Leon, and they are definitely bringing the funk tonight.
You can hear that percussion, can't you?
I haven't heard that this evening. Somebody pray for the band. Pray for them. Lathan Boone looks to throw, has a man, but he's going to keep it. He's running out to the outside. He's got the sideline.
Boom.
He's going to be able to get positive yards, good enough for a Hornet first down. He was looking for Micah Tease. Tease broke off his route, and Boone went ahead and basically tucked it, running to the left, and got to the sideline.
They up in there, alumni in there, boy. Look at them. Some of them brought their own instruments. That's how serious they are.
That's why I'm saying. I mean, the band sounds a little bit deeper and
look at them out there rocking,
than I
man.
have heard.
Ooh, YouTube fans, I promise you, the stands is up here rocking right now on Homecoming 22, Hornet style.
I mean, this is quite interesting, Hornet fans. I can honestly say the alumni band has brought their own instruments. And they have populated the entire section.
And they got a crowd going. Look at this at the homecoming. We got a football game going on, and the band got a crowd.
The alumni dance ensemble has taken over the stands.
Everybody's in the stands, y'all.
Let me repeat, the alumni dance ensemble has taken over the lower bowl of the stadium.
Ooh, proud them with the jitters, but you got to get some positive yards.
Here's a pass outside to Demetrius Pruman. It's caught. I'm having a hard time watching both right now because the alumni dance ensemble.
They bringing it out there, y'all.
Let me check.
Lying. The band got everybody up there rocking.
I have my glasses on and the window is up.
Yeah.
The alumni dance ensemble has taken over another section of stands. We have 3rd down and 2 for the Hornets from the Tiger 42-yard line. Lathan Boone with the 2-by-1 formation. Here's a give off the right-hand side to Karan Ross. He cuts up.
And he's
gets
still
the first
rumbling
down.
and stumbling. Karan Butler's running hard, y'all.
Karan Ross is able to get good positive yardage for another first down. And it looks like he's going to get a little bit of a breather, but we've got a flag on the play. I don't know if this is going to be a personal foul for excessive contact.
You know, it's some of the little extra going on after that.
Nothing like a little extra.
Yeah.
So Micaiah Washington has returned to the game. We're spotlighting number 38 because he is a freshman running back for the Hornets, getting extensive duty tonight. We've seen Micaiah on 2 occasions previously this season against McLean. He made his debut, and then he was able to get some work after things got out of hand against Stillwater. But Mr. Washington has now re-entered the game for the Hornets while we wait to see how this penalty is being assessed. And it looks like the personal foul is going to be assessed against the Hornets. You know, it might be homecoming, but things don't change.
Right.
It's a late flag that goes against the Hornets. So the ball is going to be moved back.
46-yard line.
The ball is now going to be spotted at the at the Tahlequah Tiger 46-yard line, bringing up first down. Lathan Boone in the pistol. 2-by-1 formation, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Boone waiting. He's checking. Now he's going to give it to Washington, who gets into the middle of the field, cuts back, tries to make a move, and he stood up, but still on his feet, still getting positive yards. And after the penalty, Micaiah Washington has now picked up every bit of what was just lost on the penalty.
Remember what you said. He's a little guy, but he plays like he's 6'5".
I mean, he definitely plays behind his pads.
Tough guy.
Little motion, Hornets resetting. First down from the Tiger 35-yard line. Boone surveys, gets the snap once again, hands to Washington. Little penetration by the Tigers this time. They get into the backfield immediately, and Micaiah is able to twist and turn and get back to the line of scrimmage. We've got Hornet coaches that are looking for a personal foul, a late hit, because Washington was obviously on the ground when another Tiger piled on top of him.
It was late, man. It was, and they rightfully so, man. If you're a referee, you're supposed to protect these kids, and that guy coming there at the last minute jumping on that young man.
He went full Diamond Dallas Page WWE style on that one. Lathan Boone claps his hands. This time, once again, he's going to ride. Makes the handoff to Washington, who cuts to the outside.
Look at
slips
the
a
cut.
tackle.
Did you see that cut?
Slips. I saw that cut.
Boy, that young man has some nice instincts.
He's saucy. He's saucy. Mr. Micaiah Washington is saucy. But we have another pink hanky on the field. In honor of breast cancer awareness, all the officials are throwing pink penalty flags tonight. And we have another one that is going to be a penalty assessed against the Hornets for holding. That's going to back them up 10 yards from the spot. Another good run by Micaiah Washington. This young man, I got to give him credit for one thing, Leon. He's not playing scared.
No.
Not at all.
And not playing like a freshman either. He playing like, this is my only opportunity.
You brought it up. He's got good vision. And the feet to follow the vision.
Yes.
So Boone in the pistol, 3-by-1 formation. Number 8, Isaac Fain here, single coverage here to the near side. Boone looks over, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Boone looks to his right, throws into the middle of the field.
Got him.
He has a man that passes complete to number 24. Once again, it's going to be good enough for a first down for the Hornets, putting them on the move. We've got pass and catch from number 5, Lathan Boone, to number 24, Mr. Dalen Overstreet, who's been doing a lot of work on the defensive side, but Mr. Overstreet has his first reception of the evening.
Byron, have you noticed something? As soon as the alumni band struck it up, it just made the mood even better. You know, look at this. Look at the crowd. Everybody's excited. The football team is into it. The offensive coordinators all into it, but this alumni band has really charged us up.
Man, but Micaiah Washington off the right side, spin move, back into the middle of the field. I mean, he's running behind his pads, picks up +8 positive yards, going to be 2nd and 2 for the Hornets. This time, Boone is going to keep it himself, cuts back, and he's going to step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, Hornets. Another successful offensive drive. But the spirit of Booker T is alive. Let me tell you, Hornet fans, we are experiencing a renaissance that we have not had this entire season.
I mean, we feeling it all the way up here in this press box, brother. The energy is flowing all throughout this stadium, Hornet fans.
I mean, if you're not here, Hornet fans, let me try to convey it for you. We're talking about the spirit of Mr. Mr. Davis Mr. Davis is in
He knew what to do, didn't he?
Williams.
He knew when to play,
right
what to play.
now.
Is it right? And it's rocking like that, ain't it?
Right now, this band is rocking, Hornet fans. Hornet victory, I feel it. I feel it. I have not felt Hornet victory like I feel Hornet victory right now. I'm telling you, in 3 years, I have not felt this. It is. Hey, I'm proud to be here tonight.
Well, you sound like a proud Hornet. Are you a proud Hornet?
Man, let me tell you, boy. Woo, goodness gracious, I can't tell you how good this feels right now. So we're waiting on number 42, B.J. Thomas, with the hold from Mr. Fane. The snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it's good.
He's getting better, though. Have you noticed that? The time is getting there. I mean, everything is getting unison.
And that hold, it was a bad snap. It was a bad snap. With 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter, your Booker T. Washington Hornets 34, the Tahlequah Tigers, big old fat goose egg. And let me tell you, Hornet fans, once again, it's getting ready to get ugly.
Hey, they thumping over there right now.
It is nasty to the left of me because they bringing the funk all night tonight. We have the alumni band, Hornet fans, with their own instruments, and they are being accompanied by the current version of the T Connection.
Man, they rocking and stepping so hard. Do we need to run out and go get some icy hot? What you think?
Well, you know what? They say Advil is good for pain. and I don't know what they did to get up here, but they are feeling no pain right now. Here's a short kick taken at the 15-yard line and run to the far side of the field. He's got a lane in the middle of the field, but he's going to be stopped by number 40 for the Hornets on the tackle. Don't have a number for that particular Hornet, so that might be another freshman, Leon, when I don't have a name for the roster. My roster is not updated with the young men that have matriculated to the varsity level from the freshman team. We're going to try to get a name for this young man. We have had several freshmen that have moved up to the varsity ranks, and their names are just not on our roster right now. So Garrett Spain is number 40 for the Hornets. Hopefully we will have an updated roster as soon as possible. Oh my.
Y'all hear?
We have the alumni majorettes on the track. We have the alumni cheerleaders on the track.
B.T.W. rocks the house.
We have the alumni pom squad on the track and in the stands in two different sections.
Yeah, they got a crowd up there.
We have the alumni band
here comes the breakdown.
and including majorettes.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
First and 10, but we've got a jailbreak. We've had the referee set the ball and blow the whistle, but Tahlequah was not ready.
Man, going back to what you said about Mr. Davis, he knew what to play, when to play it, and all of that stuff. Boy, he sure knew how to get us going at the right time when we needed it the most, and that's what it sounds like right now.
Mr. Davis. He don't have a first name. It's just Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis. Here's a run for a short gain by Tahlequah. The give was to number 40, Mr. Darren Spear. I'll give him respect. Mr. Elmer Davis, former band director emeritus of the High Stepping T Connection. Mr. Davis, wherever you are, I'm sending some love your way because your prodigies are showing out tonight.
Much love to you, Mr. Davis.
Here's a snap. It's going to be following on immediately. The snap was low to quarterback Brody Younger. We've seen those issues, Leon, when the snap isn't how it should be. But on that one, Younger couldn't do anything but fall on it. So he's going to be backed up. It's going to be a third down and definite long yards. Here's those opportunities. Since you say we play a lot of man defense, Leon, that the secondary is going to get some opportunities to definitely make some plays on the ball.
And you know what, man? 34-0, minute 39 left in the third quarter. You know we go to Muskogee next week, don't we?
No, Muskogee comes here.
They come
Muskogee
here.
comes
Okay.
here.
Where we go next week?
Next week, I think we go. I'll look it up for you right now.
We want to connect with you.
Hornets.
Near the restroom and all around the stadium, you will see a QR code to enter your contact information. We're going to get 250 new contacts for this homecoming game, so please take a moment and connect with the Booker T. Washington Foundation for Excellence. Those who provide contact information are entered to win gift cards to be announced at our next home game on October 21st against the Muskogee Roughers.
Okay, we got Green. Okay, cool.
So check that. The Hornets go to U.S. Grant next Thursday during fall break. Here's a long pass down the sidelines intended for number 13. That's Kale Matlock. Pass is going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down for the Tahlequah Tigers. And while the Tigers are basically changing everything out, wanted to provide some information from the Booker T. Washington Foundation for Excellence. The Foundation for Excellence is now embarking on the Health of the Hive capital campaign. It's a capital campaign being led by the Booker T. Washington Foundation for Excellence with the goal to improve the health of the hive by building a world-class facility on the Booker T. Washington campus designed to educate students and athletes in lifelong habits that promote physical, nutritional, and mental health. After the punt that's returned by number 11 for the Hornets, Seth White, the Hornets are going to have their second offensive series here in the second half. As I was saying, to achieve the goal of the Health of the Hive campaign, the Booker T. Washington Foundation for Excellence is looking to raise $3 million from B.T.W. supporters, alumni, and the broader community. The money raised will allow the foundation to build a new 5,200 square foot facility on the B.T.W. campus and equip the facility with the latest strength, cardio, and physio equipment. Finally, to support its use by endowing a full-time health and wellness coordinator.
There go Tees.
And here's a pass from Boone to Micah Tees. Once again, strike up the band. Touchdown, Hornets. With 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the third quarter, as I'm trying to discuss the Health of the Hive campaign, Lathan Boone hits Micah Tees on the post route, and he is gone. No flags on the field. Hornet victory is being played.
Hornet fans, the Hornets are up 40-0. 1 minute 16 left to go in the third quarter. I'd like to give a shout out to Amazing Skills Counseling Services, up-and-coming agency out there doing quality mental health work in the community, providing quality mental health services to the community, and just one of the proud sponsors of B.T.W. this year, Amazing Skills Counseling Services.
So as Mr. Skillen said, the Hornets now have a 40-0 lead over the Tahlequah Tigers. They're currently looking for the block to kick up, and now the Hornets are going to be backed up. We weren't prepared to kick the extra point. Didn't have a man on the field. So the Hornets are going to be backed up for the play clock expiring before they could get off the attempt for point after touchdown. On the night, Micah Tees has a 94-yard touchdown reception, and that one of over 50 yards. So Mr. Tees is having a breakout game this evening. The snap is back, the hold is down, the kick is up, and this one is good. Number 42, B.J. Thomas, kicks the extra point to make the score 41-0. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets. And I have to give it to him, Skillins. I didn't know how the team was going to respond after the game last week, but we are definitely clicking on all cylinders tonight, and I'm so glad to say it.
Man, it's one of them gospel songs out there. I'm not a singer. It says, I got to clean up without messed up. And you know what? It looks like the Hornets have done that, man. We've seen some things that we've cleaned up on, and I'm excited to see those type of things go on out here tonight.
And we got to give credit where credit is due, and we got to give that credit to head coach Jonathan Brown.
That's right.
Because he has held this thing together We talked about from week one the fact that this is his third year and building a culture and building a program and things of that nature. And obviously the ship wasn't headed in the right direction. We've seen it. We entered this contest 2-3 on the season, and we've had some bad losses.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up. Remember a couple of weeks ago in the paper, Jonathan Brown brought up a good point about the numbers. You know what I mean? We just don't have the numbers, and he talked about how he has to play with what he has. So, hopefully we can get this thing fixed from a systemic standpoint to get some bodies out there because, if you look out there for a 6A2 school, we got thin numbers. So Jonathan Brown's doing a great job of what he has out there.
Doing a great job of building on and building in this culture. Because these young men came out here tonight, and trust me, Hornet fans, y'all know how it goes when Booker T loses a football game. Last week was an ugly loss. Stillwater came over here and they took it. And trust me, there's been a lot of talk about it all this week.
That's right.
And this was homecoming. I was not sure what we were going to see, but we are seeing a team that came out here and they holding the tradition high tonight.
Yes, sir. To positive high regard, hats off to the B.T.W. Hornet football team. Looks like they put in some work this week. And they knew what the implication was. It's homecoming, a lot of people coming home, taking vacation, and they hadn't disappointed.
So here's a quarterback for the Tigers trying to roll
to his left. To their left. It's a struggle for him.
And he gets cleaned up by number 7, Jaden Oates on the tackle. Now we've got a flag on the play, a late flag coming in. Not exactly sure what the officials saw in this. The man went down. It was a clean hit, clean tackle, took him to the ground. Let's see what the white hat has to say. So we got a personal foul on the Hornets. I'm not exactly sure what personally we did to foul. I mean, I've got my glasses on. I can see the dance ensemble and I can see the field. And I don't know what happened on that play to cause us to get a 15-yard penalty. But that's a first down for the Tahlequah Tigers. That's their first down in the second half.
Man, I want to send a shout-out to them boys from 1990 that's in the house. We got Raython Smith, Corey Love, and Reggie Hurd down there I saw. And then it was good to see Quentin Evans come back up. It's just good to see these Hornets come back into town and show some love over here at the Hive. So. The tuba's cranking up, and that's a sign, ain't it?
Well, I'm going to have to stand up and watch this alumni band because they have come from far and wide tonight, and they are here. Quarterback rolling to his right, looking to throw the outright. It's completed. Pass is complete to Beckett Robinson. And one thing that we have done well tonight on the defensive end, Leon, is that Mr. Robinson is a threat. From talking to the Tahlequah squad, Beckett Robinson was the guy that they were looking to get the football to. And we've pretty much neutralized him for now 3 quarters as the clock winds down and we enter the 4th quarter. I mean, that's one of those things where if this is the guy that they want to get the ball to, it ain't happening.
You told me at the beginning of the game he was Mr. Everything, but tonight the Hornets made sure he's Mr. Nobody. And I'm not saying that in the way of saying that the young man's not nobody, but the Hornet defense has been stingy tonight, and they're putting up a impressive performance. 41-0 going into the 4th quarter. Hey, that's impressive. And then the offense capitalized. Hey, we own it.
So we start the 4th quarter. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets have a lead of 41-0. Homecoming 2022 here at S.E. Williams Stadium. The temperature has dropped, the wind has picked up, but the Hornets and their intensity has not. We enter the 4th quarter. The offense has been moving the football. We've had big plays from Micah Tees tonight, and the defense is pitching a shutout. You can't ask for anything more.
Makes for a great weekend.
We're just waiting for the clock to be set for the final 12 minutes. Got the final 12 minutes of this game, and everybody can have a good party tonight. You don't even have to go to sleep and just wake up and catch that Texas State Fair game in the morning, Hornet fans. Here's a give in the middle to number 3 Munoz, and right there is number 21 for the Hornets. That's Anthony Harris on the stop for a loss. Going to bring up third down for the Tahlequah Tigers. This Hornet defense has been stingy. Harris is coming up from his linebacker position. And on the off occasion that Elias Sherman and Amandre Tiger don't get into the backfield, they're taking double team blocks to let a linebacker get downhill.
Man, you said it right there. So, man, this is just a great team effort on the part of the defense, and then the offense is capitalizing, man. It's just some great camaraderie tonight.
Absolutely. So we have the quarterback rolling out to his left. He throws back. The pass is complete to number 11. He's trying to get everything that he can, but he's taken down by number 9. That's Dalen Mays. The pass was complete to number 11, Beckett Robinson. That's able to get the second first down for Tahlequah here in the second half. Tahlequah moving the ball just a tad bit.
First down and 10 in Hornet territory at the 37-yard line.
First down for the Tahlequah Tigers from the 37-yard line of the Hornets. Now he's rolling to his right. He throws the ball, but he's hit very hard. He's taking a moment to see whether or not his faculties are all still with him. But number 4, the quarterback, Brody Younger, got the pass off after he was under a huge rush from the Hornets. So that's going to bring up second down and 10. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Little check with me action.
Number 4 still in at quarterback for the Tahlequah Tigers.
Here's a inside give to the left to Munoz. He gets a couple of yards over the left-hand side, but Hornets are right there to give him no running room whatsoever. Going to bring up third down and 8 from the Hornet 35-yard line. 10 minutes, 25 seconds left in the ball game. We have the first break of the second half from the Booker T. Washington alumni band. I don't know if this break is sponsored by Pepto-Bismol and Advil. Younger rolls to his right and throws, but the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended over there for number 8, Ray Stop, who's had a couple of completions on the evening, but Ray Stop is not able to bring that one in. So that's going to bring up fourth down and 8 from the Hornet 35-yard line, and the Tigers are going to go for it. Here's that opportunity I was talking about, Skillins. Tahlequah has 3 men to the far side of the field. Check with me action, checking with the head coach and offensive coordinator.
And if I'm the Hornets, I'm bringing the house. It's 4th and 8, man. I'm going to put pressure bust pipes, bro. Bring the house.
Nobody, no tight ends here on the left-hand side. Younger tries to roll. He's trying to get the ball out. He throws it, and he throws it out of bounds. The Hornets have once again held. Going to be incomplete. Going to be a turnover on downs. Coach Jonathan Brown and the other defensive coaches are asking for an ineligible receiver downfield, but no pink hankies are on the field. The Hornets are going to take over first down and 10 on their own 35-yard line. 9 minutes, 16 seconds left in the ball game, Hornet fans.
You can't afford to let out the guys. It's just 9 minutes to go. Hey, keep the guys managed. It looks like we got some some quarterback change up, which is rightfully so. It's 41-0. We got some substitutions in, guys.
So, so this is the freshman quarterback. Yes. This is number 12, and he's going to fake it and keep it and go off the right-hand side. This is the freshman quarterback. I don't have a roster with his name on there. So this is the true freshman quarterback that has taken over from Mr. Lathan Boone, who's had a productive and I would say efficient evening, to be honest with you, Leon. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but
they solid.
Lathan didn't the passes that he threw, he completed quite a bit of.
Big plays, managed the offense, ran the ball well. He did a great job tonight.
Absolutely.
They can go into the homecoming dance tonight feeling good about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Hornets fans, don't forget tomorrow night, Lefties, 6 p.m. until close on Greenwood. The class of 1990 will be throwing a little set, so come out and kick it Hornet style with the class of 1990 tomorrow night at Lefties from 6 to close.
You know, I just might have to do that, Leon. I'm looking for a big morning is what I'm looking
Yes,
for. Here's a give in the middle
25.
to number 25. That's Sire Green. Sire Green on the handoff from the freshman backup quarterback. Sorry that I don't have the name. So that brings up 4th down and 3 for the Hornets. The Hornets are going to punt their first punter here of the second half. Going to have an illegal procedure penalty by the Hornets over on the far left side. Yeah, you know, Skinners, I'm looking to have a big morning tomorrow morning. I mean, the State Fair of Texas is featured on ABC tomorrow at 11 o'clock. The State Fair of Texas. Now, I'm not a Texan, but 1 week out of the year, I got to say hook 'em. And I'm saying hook 'em for in the morning. One time a year.
Calling it fur, ain't you, though? I mean, that's what I like about it.
So here was I believe we tried to fake the punt, and the fake punt went to number 30, Ethan Walker, his first carry on the evening. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Not sure about the fake at that moment because now the Hornets are going to give the ball after the turnover on downs to the Tahlequah Tigers in their side of the field, the 41-yard line.
Younger's still in the game right now.
So Tahlequah is going to be scrimmaging from Booker T side of the field. Here's a give up the middle, taken down immediately by Aiden Walker. But that's number 40, big Darren Spar. And that's a big young man. But Aiden Walker went up and got him by the legs and basically said, if the tree trunk is hit low, he must come down.
Man, that's it, boy. I remember Coach used to say to me, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
And they will fall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotta love those sayings, you know, that man puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you've been thinking to yourself, I guess that is true.
Yes, sir.
Here's a fake keeper by the quarterback who runs to the left side, gets positive yardage. Looks like he's going to have enough for a Tiger first down. So Younger still at the quarterback position. Not enough for a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
You know Tahlequah, man, they want to get on board, man. They don't want to go back home with that goose egg. You know what I mean, bro? That's a long little ride back down there to Tahlequah.
And that's why the defense has to step up even more to send them home with that goose egg.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here's an inside give once again, and this time the Hornets are definitely gang tackling and rallying into the football. 40 has enough for a first down. That's Mr. Darren Spar once again on the carry. He's able to muscle his way for a first down and is going to take the ball to the Hornet 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tigers.
And that was a great second effort by the running back for Tahlequah to get those yards, to get that chain moving. And the desperation, want to get on the board. So, hey, extra effort got him the first down.
Here's another give by number 40, and once again, hard running. We've got another penalty flag thrown. We're going to see exactly where this is. It's in the area that normally means you have aggressive push by the offensive line downfield, which is a hold. But we're going to wait for the white hat to let us know. Nope, it's going to be a personal foul for a face mask against the Hornets, and this is going to move the ball 15 yards even further. The Tigers are now going to be in the red zone.
All the way down to the Hornets 15-yard line.
the Hornets are now going to have to fight to keep the Tigers out of the end zone because they're going to be at the 15-yard line. Inside give, but the ball is on the field,
ground.
and it's picked
That's
up.
what we're talking about.
It's going the other way, Hornet
Here we
fans.
go. He could
It's going all the way.
All the way. That's Walker.
And Aiden Walker is going to walk that dog. No, that's number 10.
That's 10. Sorry about that, y'all.
Number 10, Eric Harris,
yes, sir.
picks up the fumble after the big hit for the Hornets, and the goose egg is holding, Hornet fans.
Like that Himalaya. Let's strike on that side.
Well, the fair is in town.
The Himalaya, y'all. That's what that looked like when he picked that up and ran it in. There was a sign of the Himalaya.
Hornet fans, 80-yard fumble, scoop, and score by number 10, Eric Harris, to turn back the Tahlequah Tigers, who are looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Here's a hot play. The snap was low, and Isaac Fain is going to try to run for the two-point conversion, but he's taken down. However, with 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in the football game, your Booker T. Washington Hornets 47, the Tahlequah Tigers 0.
You can tell when the Hornet coaches know they got a victory, they leaving the press box, y'all. They going on down to celebrate with the fellas, y'all.
So Hornet fans have done a lot of work tonight to come back and right a lot of things.
Yeah. Man, it's good to get back into positive, man. You know, and to see those things, again, like I said earlier, making it funny. But the Hornets have corrected a lot of mistakes that were just little small things that could have festered into big things, and they corrected those things. So hats off to Jonathan Brown and the coaching staff for making
I said it before.
around.
I got to give Coach Jonathan Brown a lot of credit, Leon, because, you know, it's been, I mean, it's simple. We were 2-3 coming into this game. Yeah. And two of those losses, the Dell City loss and the Stillwater loss, those were tough losses because those teams beat us. I mean, you have to go ahead and be right about what you're explaining here. You know, Stillwater predominantly, you know, came in here, and they executed everything that they were trying to do. So it's obvious that Jonathan Brown has been working with this group of young men. They're listening to him. They're applying what he's saying. And you come out and you have an effort like you have tonight.
Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is focused on providing you with the personalized orthopedic care you deserve. For the area's best teams and the athlete in all of us, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is Region Sports.
So we're waiting on the kick to come off. Backup kicker. He gets this one off. Going to be a short kick taken at about the 11-yard line for the Tahlequah Tigers. Running here to the near side. Tries to get upfield, but the number 11 is taken down. Once again, I just want to let all the Hornet fans know about the Health of the Hive capital campaign that is being undertaken by the Booker T. Washington Foundation for Excellence. The goal of the capital campaign is to improve the health of the hive by building a world-class facility on the Booker T. Washington campus designed to educate students and athletes in lifelong habits that promote physical, nutritional, and mental health. To achieve this goal, the foundation is looking to raise $3 million from B.T.W. supporters, alumni, and the broader community. The money will be used, once raised, to build a new 5,200 square foot facility on the campus, equip the facility with the latest strength, cardio, and physio equipment, and support its use by endowing a full-time health wellness coordinator who will work with both students and athletes. So we have a handoff to number 3, Munoz, but in the backfield is once again number 62, that man, Elias Sherman. And Elias Sherman has, you know, let's not say a game. Elias Sherman has had a season. He's had a phenomenal season across the front. League.
Yes, sir.
Got to get that credit.
He's definitely a man amongst boys in 6A too. He's a standout, and he shows up and shows out week after week, bro.
Rushing, I don't see how rushing can be too positive. I mean, of course, you're looking at quarterback.
4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the game. Hornet fans, Hornets up 47-0 in the fourth quarter.
Here's a run to the left side by the Tigers. He fights for some positive yards.
Munoz, the ball
but
carrier.
he's finally taken down.
Tackle made by the Hornets, number 20, Keenan Farley.
Once
And
again,
number
Hornet fans,
22,
if you're not doing anything tomorrow at noon, we'll be out praying for the community at 46 in North Peoria at the Generation of Destiny. It's called Pull Up and Pray, representing all the hood figures. If you're a hood figure, come on out and pray with us. We're just going to pray for the community with all this going on, and we'll go from there. So hope to see you tomorrow at noon at Generation of Destiny parking lot.
number 4, Brody Young,
3 minutes and 30 seconds left, counting down this homecoming 2022 for the Hornets. Number 4 steps back, looking deep to the right, throws into the middle of the field, and on the coverage is number 3. That's Micah Tees, covering the best wide receiver for the Tigers, number 11, Beckett Robinson. That brings up 4th down for the Tigers, and they will be punting.
Picking up that play for the Hornets is number 3, Micah Tees. And that will bring up a 4th down.
We'd like to say shout out to our sponsors. We got Advanced, I can't see that down there. We got
Advanced
Tisdale
Orthopedics.
Catering, Advanced Orthopedics, Amazing Skills Counseling, Chase, Westview. You see them down there?
Westview Medical Center, Chase Mortgage. I know that guy on that Chase Mortgage sign. I know that guy from somewhere. I can't think of where I know him from. I know that guy. Here's the punt by the Tigers. Punt is very high and held up. Bounces at the 50-yard line and down on the Hornets side of the 50. The Hornets are going to scrimmage once again, this time from the 46, 47-yard line. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the ball game.
That looks like the Vista 21. Shout out to them. We got Fat Phillies, and there's a couple other ones down there that we can't see. We apologize for. We'll give you a shout out here in a second.
2022, right here at SC Williams Stadium.
And at this moment, the PA announcer, the venerable Night Train Lane, is thanking all of the alumni who showed up tonight. And we want to thank Night Train Lane for his years of service on the broadcast. There's only one, the legend Night Train Lane, that calls games here at SC Williams Stadium. We got to give him love for that.
Yes, sir.
Here's a deep ball down the right-hand side looking for Isaac Fain, and it's going to be it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted, intended for former backup quarterback Isaac Fain. We still have the alumni band. The alumni dance ensemble is still going strong. Let me tell you something, Leon. I want to say let's give a shout out to Levi Strauss and Company for the jeans that they have made for years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I still wear them, man. I love them. You understand?
Well, I want to thank Levi's especially tonight because that has been the suit of choice for the alumni dance ensemble. Here's a run off the left side by number 25. He's got the angle, and he has a first down. That's a big carry by number 25, Sire Green. He's going to be good enough for a Hornet first down. That's the Hornet 5th first down here in the second half. 2 minutes and 39 seconds. The time is ticking down. But, you know, this is one of them times where you don't want the game to end. It's homecoming, and we've been having a blast up here tonight. I've enjoyed being here with you tonight, Leon.
Man, I tell you, and then if you notice what winning does, man, look at the coaches. They smiling, they high-fiving, they hugging and kissing on each other. Boy, that winning is, boy,
it's
it
contagious.
does some things
it's
to
infectious.
you, don't it? Yes, sir. Man, I hadn't seen the sideline this happy in a minute, man. It's good to see that look.
It's good to see that feeling of this team because they definitely need it. They definitely need it.
2 minutes remaining in the contest. Second down, 7.
Once again, shout out to Amazing Skills Counseling Services. If you ever need any mental health services, give them a shout out. They provide quality mental health services, Amazing Skills Counseling Services.
Pistol formation. Here's another give to number 25 who's trying to get into the middle of the field, but he's taken down by big number 70 for the Tahlequah Tigers. First time I'm calling the name of Mr. Marcus Doherty, a junior offensive defensive lineman, goes 6'3", 298 pounds, and trust me, he looks every pound of 298.
That's my kind of guy right there, man.
298. He has not missed a meal. And won't be missing one tonight.
Man, and got one, probably didn't text mom and said, have something waiting, or we going to Canes.
Have something warm.
And then they're going to ask you going to eat your cornbread.
Here's a snap. Freshman quarterback takes it. He's basically going to make something out of nothing, gets over the right edge, and he's taken down. The clock is ticking down, less than a minute in the ball game. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets lead at 47 to Goose Egg over the Tahlequah Tigers. And, you know, the assignment was, there was one thing to the assignment, and that was to not let the team score. I have to say with pride, these young men out here recognize the assignment, and they have met the obligation.
Man, job well done tonight, Hornets, from the booth all the way down to the field.
Got a lot of motion, got a lot of freshmen in the game. Here's a throwback pass to the left. Now that is a lateral.
That's a live ball.
It's a live ball. He's able to basically get on it and
That'll
hold on to it. And
That'll
with that
do
play, less than 5 seconds left in the ball
Victory
game.
formation for the Hornets.
The young men are now headed to the middle of the field to shake hands. And as the clock strikes 0, your Booker T. Washington Hornets finish off homecoming 2022 with a final score: Hornets 47, Tigers 0. And I can't tell you how good it feels to say that, Hornet fans, as Hornet victory plays in the background. Another homecoming in the books, 100 and some odd years of tradition. These young men have stepped up and met the challenge tonight. Leon, man, I mean, I was worried. I'm not going to lie to you. I was worried. I didn't know what we were going to see tonight. Tell me what you saw.
Man, I saw, like we've been saying, I saw us getting back to the basics. We ran the football well. We had to change the pace with 6 and the freshman, I think 38.
38, Micaiah Washington.
Yeah,
Michael Washington.
Those were two good things. And then Boone settled down. And when you got a 4-year quarterback that can settle down, it's like naming it and claiming it. And that's what he did with that offense. Booker T did a good job of executing, sticking to the game plan. And the defense made it easy for him tonight. So
I have to say, you know, it's something you talked about it early. You know, run the ball, just run the ball. You know, we always hear about how our offensive line, I said it before, we're not the biggest. You know, we don't have the furniture movers. But tonight, these guys went out and they were on a mission to run the football. I mean, everything that Lathan Boone, I mean, yeah, he threw a 96-yard touchdown pass. He threw a 60-some-yard touchdown pass. But all of that was made possible by running the football.
Yeah,
I mean, this was, and you said running back by committee, but this was running the football like we haven't seen by this team all season long.
And then the freshman gives us what we used to with Hornet backs. He's going to break one big. He has that big playability, and we saw it tonight. So kudos to the coaching staff for thinking outside the box and seeing what we had and it could help us. And it happened to come in the form of a freshman.
But they got the job done. So next week, Hornets go to Oklahoma City to play U.S. Grant. It's a Thursday night game. You know, we're in the meat of the district schedule right now. We've got Muskogee looming. We've got Sand Springs looming.
Two big games.
You know, Stillwater is already behind us. But now things are starting to come into focus. I mean, obviously everybody is chasing Stillwater and Sand Springs. That's the collision course that everybody is on. We have a blueprint here tonight to basically say, okay, if we get this train on the track, the Hornets are going to have some say before everything is said and done. I mean, you tell me, how do you feel? Here we are, 6 games. We're now 3-3. How do you feel going forward for the rest of the season?
You just said it. We got Muskogee, Sand Springs, and Grant in front of us. We take care of business. We're right back in the thick of things. So it's one game at a time. We show what we're capable of tonight. We play Thursday night on a short week. And then we don't want to look ahead to Muskogee and Sand Springs, but we want to take it one game at a time. And if we can take care of business, hey, the Hornets can make it murky again, you know. So it's not like we just salvaged the season. What we did was we just recycled the season.
Hey, I can't say that any better. We have recycled the season, and that's what we needed to do. We came out and did what we needed to do. So Hornet fans from high atop S.E. Williams Stadium, I want to say as an alum of class of 1988, sitting next to Leon Skillings, an alum of class of 1990, happy homecoming, Hornet fans. We have a victory on homecoming. We have recycled this season. Next week, we take on U.S. Grant. It is our intent to see about getting the broadcast to you, to bring it to you, to show you what's going on.
I don't know what Coach got going, but I don't know if they missed a run on homecoming or what. What is
I
this?
guess so.
What? I ain't seen nothing. What is we got going here, y'all? We can't let.
Yeah, we were going to let the broadcast leave, but
Yeah,
Coach Jonathan Brown
he got
is...
some. What is he? He kind of. I mean, was he looking for 50?
Coach Jonathan Brown is taking a teachable coaching moment right
Oh
here.
my God! On homecoming.
We have a teachable coaching moment.
Oklahoma City, U.S. Grant, nothing. And final for last evening, Putnam City, 59.
And the Hornets are now running a 20-yard sprint.
In Class 6A Division 2.
Well,
in Class 6A Division 1.
you got to get it done. You got to take teachable coaching moments when you can. So for Booker T. Washington Hornets football 2023, Byron Perry and Leon Skillings are signing off. We will see you, Hornet fans. Until next time, you want to keep it live for the Hive. And before I say good night, I say hook 'em horns and time to play a little golf.
I heard that. All right, BP, it was a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.